or welcome everybody. We're going to give it one more shot. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing out there? The lady Solo, the first in the chat. How you doing? And this is Peanut Nola 504, Master IB7 in the house. And we got Cherokee Tulu in the house. How you go? Hello, Halito to everybody out there. Halito. Peace and blessings to all of you guys, my melanated family. I am here, and I'm here, and I'm ready to talk. How you like that? How you like that? I'm not your everyday guy that comes on, all the time. But I'm trying to get better at, trying to get this conscious aborigine flavor out to you guys. Okay. What I want to talk about today is the terms that we use. The terms that we use when it comes down to us as an Aborigine family, and some of the things that we use, we need to examine some of the words that we use. We have been oppressed for many years. We have been oppressed people. Shout out to Old Sun. Shout out to Indigenous Warrior. That's my co-host right there. Some of the terms that we use and that we get basically stuck in using the slave words of our European oppressors. And I want you guys to start recognizing yourself as an Aborigine American. And Angel in the house. Angel in the house. Angel in the house. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But I want you guys to start realizing that we're taking this serious. Now, I did talk a while back about how they have made in 1988, how Jesse Messy Jackson decided to sell his soul. War Chief Red Lion in the house. How Jesse Jackson decided to sell his soul on the melanated people. How he went from us being Negro, the name Negro, or the name color, and transformed us into the name African. That was only 25 years ago. I want you guys to understand, only 25 years ago. Now that is very new, that you've been walking around with African under your name, that they have suppressed us, oppressed us, and has pushed their agenda out on us as melanated people. Now, I want you guys to understand, I have nothing against African people. I am only shedding light to our people here in America, because we have a lot of people in America who don't know who they are. And that's the facts. This is what we're teaching. We can't begin to teach others until we learn who we are, and then we're able to reach out to others. I think the problem is we believe that we are everybody, and everybody don't believe that we are that we are a part of their agenda. Now, what I'm going to tell you is a lot of us love using several powerful names, king and chief. These are powerful names that we love to use. Now, I want you guys to understand that a chief is an Aborigine name. A chief is a server to his people. A king is a part of an agenda that I have been telling people for so long. It sounds strong. It may be strong, but understand that Europeans have used that name. I want you to understand that the Europeans, to this day, the Queen and Prince Charles, they use these royalty names. It empowers melanated black people when they feel that they can be called a king. Some of us want to feel empowered. Now, I want you guys to understand that in leadership, our women are called chiefess. We acknowledge our American Aborigine women as chiefess. We recognize our men as chief. Now, I have nothing against if you want to be recognized as a king, but I want you to understand that many of our colonizers use the name king. You are bigger than the royalty of Europeans. You are a tribal leader. You come from the Most High. So I want you guys to understand that we have to get back to our rightful names, our rightful being leaders, okay? Being leaders, teaching our young the rightful terminology of who they are. We have to stop by and start beginning. Now that we are learning so much research, it's time for us to start teaching them who they are. We got Chick Harmony Roots in the house. Shout out to you, family. Shout out to you. Now, what I want to talk about is we have been a following nation of people. Now, I want you guys to understand that I'm going to be monetized in in the future. I will be getting monetized, so I won't be able to be so potty mouth. I won't be able to be so potty mouth. But until then, I will be just a little potty mouth. Now, I want you guys to understand what I'm stating today. What I'm trying to state today is we have been a following nation of people. Sexually, mentally, we follow our oppressor. Give me 1 second, brother. We have been a following nation of people. And now it's time for us to sit up and be leaders of our own agenda, leaders of our own way. We are now finding out so much, and it's now a new year, and we do know that this is not the real new year. We do know that the real New Year's is in April. But I want to talk about us. I want to talk about us as a nation of people. The things that we have to change about us. We have to stop being a copying nation of people. Tanya Lloyd in the house. We have to stop being a copying nation of people. And one of the things that I talk about, Chief Indigenous Warrior, I talk about the fact that many nations copied us. They look up to us. The Africans look up to us. The Europeans look up to us. The Mexicans look up to us. Every heritage of people look up to us. We don't look up to them. How you doing today, brother?
Peace and blessings to everybody. My peace and blessings. Good evening, man. Happy New Year to everybody too, man.
Happy New
Allegedly.
Year. And Well, we here to shine and we here to rock and roll today. Chicken homie roots in the house. We here to shine today. We're not gonna shy away on a lot of things that we got to change in this new year. A lot when it comes down to even the men. We have our men got to stand up and be men. We
That's
got
who
to
I want to talk to today, brother. We need
go ahead,
this.
brother.
I want to talk to the men, the real men, because we're in a time right now where we need to lay out, we need to protect these our women, man. You see, for the last 5 or 10 years, well, over time, but the last 5 or 10 years, our women has been taken by the oppressor, and they have turned their backs on us. Why? What changed? I don't know. But see, the thing is, we as been afraid to express the way we feel to one another because they look at it as being gay or less than a man or this, that, other. Nah, because we should be able to come and talk to one another and lift each other up the same way they got all these women groups around here. We should be able to come together as a man to man. Where I'm slipping at, I need you to help me out at. That's the only way we're gonna be able to get where we going.
Yeah, and then we got to sit here and look at our faults. We have to uplift our chiefess. If we are, everything that comes down with us, they look to us. Okay, and I think the problem is there's not enough good leaders out there. There's a lot of followers, but there's not enough good leaders out there. And I think what's going on with us as a nation of people, we want to be called king, we want to be called chief, but we're not living the standards of these names. We're not
Right.
living the standards of these names. I can ask people all the time. I say, "Oh, have you started your garden? Have you started working on your garden? Have you started growing your trees? What are you giving back? What are you giving back?" And that's the problem with us as a nation of people. We're not giving nothing back. Go ahead, brother.
And I agree with you because I'm looking at it like this, brother. Uh Now that we are getting older, and my daughter is, I'm doing this for my daughter, not me, to show them that you know to get away from the lies you've been told, to start over while you got a chance. Cause we realizing who we are later in life. I'm trying to save them ahead of time. You see what I'm saying? While
That's
she's
right.
still young, before she have kids, she can establish and get to know who she are. So when she have her kids down the line, she can know who she are and pass the information on for so forth on. See, we got to break this cycle, this so-called African American bull. You see, until we abandon that African American bull, they're gonna keep this lie going. We have to stand up and look ourselves in the mirror and just say, okay, I'm no longer gonna go along with this African American lie.
I asked somebody on my sports page, and the first thing that they do, they blame everybody but themselves. And I tell people, I say, what goes on in our life, everything starts with us. Everything starts with us. And we look at the young boys in New Orleans. We look at what's going on, all the murdering, all the stuff that is going on, the suffering out there in these streets. I'm like asking myself, wait a minute. I ask myself all the time, wait a minute, because we want to have a tribe. Sooner or later, they won't have enough young men in and out here to protect the women. We
And they
won't
have
have
to.
enough young women out here. I mean, young men out here to protect the women, because guess what? I feel like we are dying. I feel like our people are dying, whether it's New Orleans, whether it's Texas, whether it's New Jersey, whether it's New York,
Chicago.
Chicago. We are dying, but yet we want to sit there. I talk about all the time. How you going to build tribes if you dead? How are you going to build tribes if you're dead?
Locked up in jail.
And these are the things that is going on. We got to be able to call out our people and not worry about the backlash.
Exactly.
We have to be able to call out the right things without worrying about the backlash.
But this what I wanted to say though, I like it. I'm talking to the guys because I want them to know that they can go out there and try to teach the young kids it's okay to grow old. You see what I'm saying? Everybody glorifying guns, money, hoes, and all that. That's the when you understand. See, this is what I mean. You have to take that in consideration. Okay, we came up in the era with Tupac. He was dropping knowledge. After him, it became this notion of disrespecting the women. You see what I'm saying? And everybody took that and ran with like that's the glorify, that's the way to go. No, it's not the way to go because it's okay to get old and see your grandkids. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, it's not. I have so many partners and friends I know died at 18. You see what I'm
Wow.
saying? I have a lot of friends died at 18. I went to school with. They not even tasting of this air. And I'm like, what are we going to stop and just say, okay, enough is enough. Let's get the youth back. Because we can try to save the kids, man. I know there's going to be some that's not going to get saved. I know that. But if we can save some, that's fine. But at the end of the day, we have to put the respect on women back to when it was and uplift them and stop calling them bitches and hoes. That's not cool.
But what's going to happen is they're going to be terrorizing us. If you take a blind eye to some of the things that you see going on out here, you ain't no better because guess what? It will affect your community. It will. Somewhere or somehow, the things that you see out here will affect your community.
That's true.
While you
That's
sitting up
true.
there saying, "Oh, it ain't my business. It ain't my business. They ain't my worries." It is your worries. It is your business. Why these young men out there in New Orleans, they're out there robbing people, taking people cars, and then when they end up shot, then their mama say, "Oh my baby, oh my baby." They want to be crying for their baby. That's their baby. But where the hell you was as a father and a mother? Where was you as a father and a mother? We got to stop making excuses for our youth.
That is
They
true.
can't be a king or a chief if they dead.
Yeah.
They can't be a king or a chief if they dead. They no good. Nothing but dust.
And you have to look at it like this too, bro. As the reason why I say it's okay to get old, because let me tell you something. I work hard every day. You work hard. People in this chat work hard every day. You see what I'm saying? It's okay to get older because at the end of the day, man, they are using this Constitution Fourth Amendment loophole to lock all the black melanated men up.
I just about
Y'all
to say
don't
that.
see them. Y'all don't see. Y'all don't see the
Vaccination camp.
game that's being ran on us. It's not.
Vaccination.
It's not. It's not. It's not just our fault, bro. It's not just. It's just not. They. Not. You can't keep saying the white man, the white man, the white man. It's not the white. The white man is not putting the drugs in your hand. The white man is not putting the guns in your hand. The white man is not. Take accountability for your own actions and look at the bigger picture for what it is. Long as they got the 14th Amendment, they got the right to keep locking you up and locking you up and locking you up like that. Now, let's say, for instance, they're locking you up for 5 or 10 years. Now, you just had a newborn child, and guess what? You don't see your newborn child take his first steps, go to pre-K, kindergarten. You miss out on all that. The precious moments that you could be cherishing with your kids and your family, you missed out. That's what I'm just saying. Before you go out that door to make a decision to do something negative, think about your kids. Because if your kids don't motivate you to do something positive, I don't know what will.
We are not a strong tribe without the kids. We don't have a future without the kids, and that's what we don't understand. Without our kids, we don't have a future in this. And what's good of having tribes out here? What's good of us coming online all the time if our kids are dying? What good is this? What
And don't
good
get
is
me wrong.
it?
I'm not sugarcoating. I'm the women too. I understand the parents that are single parents. I get that too. But at the end of the day, I fault y'all a little bit, and I fault the fathers too. Because y'all made a decision to have a baby with that person. I get that. I know y'all didn't think it was gonna happen. Like I understand that fault. But Stop using the child as a pawn because you put them in the mix of something that don't need to be in
Well,
there.
well, 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 you just said something that make a lot of sense. You know, it's easy to say, oh, that no good ass man, but you slept with that no good ass man.
Facts.
Nobody forced you to lay down with that no good ass man. Nobody put a gun to your head to sleep with that no good ass man. That's some decisions that you make as a woman. That's a decision that you make as a man. No man, all these men who want to put down the melanated woman talking about you chose that woman. You wasn't thinking about that stuff in the passion of sex.
Yep.
Sex can be demonized. It can be a demonic thing.
Yep.
We don't understand how dangerous sex is. It takes maturity to have sex. And
Women
that's why we
today,
got a lot of our kids out here don't understand what love is, but they do know what having sex. Sex is not to be played with. And these are the things that we got to teach our young tribes.
that is true. Because women today are using sex as a weapon to get what they want.
That's right.
When it shouldn't be like that. You see what I'm saying? But I get it. I understand
Yeah,
some women
Brother
have
Brian,
daddy
some Brother
issues.
Lawrence in the house, Sister Purple in the house. Go ahead.
I understand. I understand that some women,
Pat God.
I understand some women decide to have babies, not their child. But at the same time, though, you have to look down inside yourself before you open your legs and say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a baby with this man." You got to make sure he meet the criteria and everything you need at this time and moment in your life before you lay down and have a baby. Because guess what? That's a decision that affects your life and his life for the rest of y'all life.
It affects you in the long run. It's a dangerous game. A lot of us don't understand that. Yes, it all is all good and dandy, but one day of passion can be a lifetime of misery.
And
One
that's what has
day
so many
of
guys.
passion can be many lives of misery.
And that's why they have so many melanated brothers on child support because he was thinking about that one night stand that caused him a life of a heart of pain.
That's right.
That one night stand caused him a hard life of pain because you got to think about it. Some of the guys that's on child support is already married.
That's right. That's right, brother. They're already married. And that's another thing we're going to talk about. For those who up here who looking for love, they want to get married because they don't want to be lonely. A lot of them don't want to be lonely. They're worried about being lonely. No, you get married because you love that person. You get married because that's the person you want to die with. You want to spend your last days with.
That's why
But
it's
you don't
called
get married
soulmate.
because you're lonely. Because I'm gonna tell you this. They have had so many people who have gotten married and put on a show, spending thousands and thousands of dollars on these weddings, and then 2 months later they divorce
Yep.
because they don't understand the maturity level of being married.
Facts. And
They
not only
don't
just that,
understand.
and not only just that, bro. It's like the fact, brother. I'm not humped on. I'm just saying the obvious effects of we could throw the blame game on men all day, but women have to take the accountable too. Men too, but women have to take the accountable because you have the right to say yeah or no at the end of the day. Because
All the chiefs out there, you have the power. To all the
facts,
chiefs out there, you got the power.
they have the power to
You
say
got the
yeah or
power.
no. And that's what I mean. And what I mean by yeah or no, it's not only just the power to sex. Because let me tell you something. If you 3 kids in and you walking around at 30 years old talking about men ain't shit, you need to go sit down and check and find out why you keep attracting ain't shit men.
Sometimes you got to look yourself in the mirror. While you sitting there saying that person ain't shit, you talking about that person ain't shit. Now, quite naturally, you didn't begin to be 5 times married. You didn't got 5 times, 6 times married. And guess what? That person, you're all of a sudden, you're still calling people saying that they ain't shit and never look to yourself. You never look to yourself.
Facts.
Sister Cunningham in the house. You
Good evening,
never
Sister
look to
Cunningham.
yourself.
Facts.
And these are the things that I tell Brandon. We got Brandon Rogers in the house. You got to take accountability for you and
It's an
what's
open
best.
panel.
Because guess what? When we're trying to build nations, when we're trying to build tribes. You can't build tribes without kids.
Wait. That comment right there, who is that? Gretchen Hill? Hey, that is a proven fact. What that person, right? I don't know if there's a male or female. I can't tell. Right there, where they say people get married these days for financial reasons. Nobody loves each other no more, and that's sad as people. That's a true fact. You can tell by the way the divorce rates are going today. Everybody only gets married for, just like I say, for financial reasons. They get a divorce, now you gotta pay X amount of dollars in the divorce as an alimony to the woman because
Man,
she never
you
loved
are
you from
so
God.
right, brother. You are so right, because when you get Beyonce and Jay-Z, they call it power team. When you get all these, they don't truly really love each other. Just like Kim Kardashian, it's called power team. It's because they ain't gonna just marry the average Joe Chief like you and me.
No. Hell no, we don't stand a chance.
You gotta have some money.
We don't stand a chance. But the trip point about it though, brother. But the trip point about it though, if a person like me or you really want to marry like a celebrity or something like that, they'll have better peace in their life because we coming from nothing. We don't have, so everything we get, we would appreciate that and that person. A person with money already marrying another person, what can you give them?
But in their mind, my brother, in their mind, they have a mindset that person, they don't want to be taking care of somebody. That's their mindset. They want somebody to have the same power that they have, but they still not winning. You're still not winning. No matter how you get it, you're still not winning. And a lot of people don't understand that. You're still not winning because you meet the guy that doesn't have a lot of money. Then you're going to have some things under your head thinking that he only with you because of your money.
But in actuality, he's not, because he's trying to show you and appreciate the fact that he loves you and want to be with you, because money don't buy you no happiness.
It never did. It never did. And we sitting up here talking about, oh, I'm ready, Chief. We're gonna build nations. You can't build nations without teaching your kids. And I'm telling you, everything starts with our kids. We got to feed the kids positive energy. We cannot keep with the negative vibes in the household.
That is true.
And if you come in there, they're gonna treat their spouse the same way. Damaged people normally, statistics shows that damaged people are damaged when they're young, and it's only the results of what their parents was.
Right.
And they normally will treat you the way a mother was treated. Most men who are broken, who can't stand their own mother, is upset with their mother because of father issues. Yep. And we have these things that's going on. There's not a culture, there's not a people like melanated copper people. And you think about these, we are the most divided when it comes down with our kids. When it comes down to marriage, we have problems. And this is why we're talking here on Peanut Nola 504. We're here to work together and get it off our chest so we can become better people. Not trying to put our people down, but in order to build our people up, we got to tear it down.
And our people really
build up, and that's what we got to do.
I used to think people was crazy when they say our people need therapy. But as to sit back the last 4-5 years, yes, bro, our people need therapy. Something wrong upstairs. I don't know if it's programming was wrong, like you said. I don't know, but we as a nation, we need therapy, bro. We need something because it's not clicking for us. I don't know what's going to help us click. Something not clicking. They light bulbs not going off, bro. I don't know if it's out. They bulb need to get checked. I don't know.
They slide in the house, Louisiana, in the building. Who that? We got LOL Indigenous. She be in the house. And I think I already said my brother IB7, old son. Yeah, we got Joey Styles in the house, and we got Gretchen Helms. How y'all doing? Peace and blessings to all the melanated tribes out there. Peace and blessings to you. And I hope you feeling this energy tonight, because Peanut Nola 504, if you feel the energy, you feel your relative. If you feel the energy in me, you're feeling your relative. Because I have a natural high. Yeah, I was drunk on New Year's Eve, but I ain't drunk right now. I got a nap coming out of me right now. And that's what the ancestors have inside of me.
Yep. Because if we don't say it, who gonna say it, man?
House. Bobby Blues in the house.
Yeah, if we don't open our mouth and say something, man, who gonna do it?
Yeah. Because I tell people all the time, when are we going to hold ourselves accountable and stop giving the power to our oppressor? Stop giving the power to our oppressor, making them, every time, I get sick and tired of hearing about slavery. I get sick and tired because who were you before slavery? Who were you? Not all of our tribes were slaves. Who were you? Not all of our tribes were slaves. And they just did a study, my brother. And I wanted to share that with you. I don't know if I did. But there's a study that states that that when they were talking about the slaves that came over, it was no slaves that came over. They were breeding our own indigenous people. And they work, majority of them, as slaves. We didn't come over here on all these boats. You can find the Titanic. But where are the slave ships to this day? Where are the slave ships to this day? I don't care what you. I know where they're at. They're sitting in Africa.
Go ahead, bro. If anybody wanna jump on and have something to say, if you do, put it in the chat in a little while. I'll drop the link so you guys can speak. Feel free to speak your piece.
We got an open panel today. Everybody is welcome to come in. We have an open panel. We are energized. Where you at, Sister Purple? Sister Purple been quiet. What's wrong with Sister Purple, brother? What's wrong with Sister Purple? Yeah, we done seen all other people panels, but what happened to this panel? You heard me? Where you at, Sister Purple?
Got too famous for us.
It's nice to see Sister Purple in the chat. But we you know, where you at, sis? Where you at, Sister Purple? You know what I'm saying? You know how we rock. Because I tell people,
though, man, we as a nation of people, man, we have to. But see, the thing is, people understand they worst fear is the melanated people coming together.
It's because we're dangerous. We're dangerous.
We are weapon when we come. Okay, a prime example of what I'm saying. If y'all understand what I'm saying,
we're gonna drop the link in a few seconds. We're gonna drop the link in a few seconds, my brother, because she's ready to come on.
Okay. But when we drop, but when we did, okay, a prime example. Things back a few months when we were protesting and stuff, we had people all in the UK protesting. So just imagine if all of us come together, we're gonna be dangerous. We're gonna be dangerous.
We don't understand how powerful. You could drop off and go put the link in and come on back in.
Brother.
Yeah, but I want you guys to understand that all
the link too. Somebody copied the link when I want to drop it this time. Somebody just one of their minds.
Somebody please copy the link. Why I think Sister Cheryl Cunningham will be able to do that. So you go ahead and take care of it. But what I want to tell you guys, and this is what I want you to understand, you have to understand the difference. And I want you guys to understand that you can find the science behind what I'm talking about. The science behind. Did you go ahead and drop it, brother? Oh, there he is. Okay. You got to understand the science behind Aborigine people. You cannot come all here on slave ships. It's not possible for all of us to get here on slave ships. See, if you got to look at the currency of the water, you guys have been bamboozled. You've been lied to. And we have been here all along. Melanated people have been here all along. And you can see the recent things that I have told you, the recent things that have came on in our lives. Think about the recent lies. 1988, 25 years ago. 1988, only 25 years ago, that they were calling you color, Negro. And all of a sudden now they pop up, and all of a sudden now we are so-called what?
African Americans.
African American. I mean, who they think we are? Willie Foo-Foo?
Yep.
They sit your kids down, they bring them in school, and they change the mindset of our minds. Everything that their grandparents have told them, everything that their uncles, their mothers have told them, and they screw them up in the school systems.
Listen to what she said. See, she said the Navy vessels have trouble in stormy Atlantic. So if they had trouble in a stormy Atlantic, how the hell they were able to bring slaves over here and 300 stay on a ship with food, water, overseers, and all that, and people? Come on, it was impossible. A six at least it's impossible.
What about if you shackled? What about if you shackled in chains? What about being shackled up in chains? What about the fact that if you shackled, how are you going to use the restroom? How are you going to use the restroom? And what about women in their administrations? What's going to happen when they got to use when they're bleeding, when women are bleeding and men and women are shitting and pissing? That would you tell me how them people are going to survive that African ride? How crazy do they think we are, Joey? How crazy do they think we are, Lady Solo? How crazy they think we are, Bronze? You know? Sister Purple?
And all of you wrong, man. It's a lot of people, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie though, it's a lot of people, man, we can't help. It's like, I see so many, like where I live at, bro, at first I didn't see homeless people. Now that the way the pandemic hit, bro, they are at an all-time high now, man, homeless folks. I can't help everybody, but if every now and then when I do see the homeless people, I do go in my pocket and I give them $2 or $3. I might buy something to eat for them, a hamburger or something, just out of generosity because I just feel bad for them, and that's just the human nature in me. But at the end of the day, though, you know, we all like one paycheck away from being homeless ourselves. That's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man.
Well, we can't sugarcoat a lot of these things. You got to think about for those who in the medical field, for those ladies who work in hospitals, those men who work in hospitals. You do know, if you know anybody who know a CNA person who have to roll a patient over, a patient get bed sores. A patient get bed sores. If a person lay in a spot too long, they get bed sores. So you're going to tell me such a ride without natural water, without natural food, they were going to be able to survive such a ride? I mean, what damn food they think we are? Who they think we are? They want you to love. They want you to love every part of African, but American. They want you to claim every part of Africa, but they don't want you to claim America.
And them people come back.
Why?
And they come back and always say, "Oh, we don't know the people. They not us.
They don't.
Not y'all.
They don't. Them people know. Them people know who we are. Them people know who we are. They know who we are.
And the true part about it, bro, I'm getting aggravated and mad because, you know, they play with our intelligence so bad to where here, did you see the latest post? All right, Oklahoma. The city of Oklahoma acknowledged the indigenous people. They said that half of Oklahoma land is in fact is indigenous land. Newsflash, cockroach, the whole United States is the indigenous land.
How they gonna give just Oklahoma the indigenous land? And what's so funny and stupid, this is what y'all don't understand. That they only get a small, they know that them people are not the original. Them so-called natives. They are not the original Americans. And no disrespect to them brothers and sisters, but they are not the original Americans. The original Americans is you and me.
Fact.
See, they don't want to tell you. See, it starts with them with Asia. They start from Asia. We started here. We never said that we were native. And you ain't gonna get me up in here talking about I'm Native American. You ain't gonna get me here talking about that I'm Native American. I always shout out to my Aborigine family. There's a difference of what we talking about.
We are
never
the original Aborigine people. We were first.
We never claim any claim in being them people. We're talking about we copying them. What indigenous do you get? See, we're not just a part of America.
And we
have the whole continent of America, which all the way down, we're talking about all the way down to all the way up.
We need to come up with a way, and off the line, I don't want to say too much, but we need to come up with a way to abolish these fake $5 Indians who reaping the benefits off of our backs.
That's right. That's right. Because at the end of the day, I had a sister come on in the chat, and I give a lot of props to that sister, because at the end of the day, and I call her sister because and people say, man, they ain't our allies. Well, let me tell you something. She admitted on this channel that her mother is benefiting off of us. She admitted that her mother, her family has benefited off of Aborigine people. Now these people they give them casinos. They're giving them casinos, and they're giving them their little space out there in Oklahoma. They give them a little land. Why you think they ain't got the whole land of the United States? Because they know that they're not the indigenous people here. They know, see, once you find out who you are dangerous in America. See, they don't want you to know who you are.
Nah. They don't want that information out there. You opening your mouth too much now. And that's what I'm saying. When we know who we are, and when you find out who you are and you know who you are, you got to walk a certain kind of way now. Because when you start spreading that word, and spread, you become, when you find out you a Aborigine and you know who you are, they treat you like a pastor now. They put a bowl down.
Purple, we dropped the link. If you scroll up, tell Sister Purple we dropped the link. If all she have to do is hit the link, and she can come on in. I see her comment. She said, Peanut, I'm in the back chat. Yeah, come on in. Just come in. Just accept so you can come on in. I don't see you back here. I'm looking right now. I don't see you in the back chat. Try to go in and come back out, Sister Purple. I want you guys to understand that we only here to tell the truth. We sick and tired of the lies that is going on. We are so sick and tired of the people imitating us.
And I'm
Go ahead, brother.
I'm not sitting here to lie to y'all. You can go back and research. Malcolm said it, that we was the Aborigine people. Martin Luther King said that we was the Aborigine people. Alex Baldwin said we was the Aborigine people. And these are the leaders that we had before my time. You see what I'm saying? They was only trying to correct the mistake that was put on them beforehand. We have an opportunity to correct it now and continue to lie.
She said she in the back chat. Hold up. Private chat. She probably is. Tell her I don't see her. Tell her to go back in and come back. Come on back in, Sister Purple. Hit the link again. You said you're in the back chat. I see you, but I don't see you in here.
Add her to the stream.
I don't see her in here.
Oh.
She has to hit the link. But what I'm telling you guys, that what we're doing now, we have to understand. And the title, it says Kings versus being a chief. You can't be a king or a chief if you a man and can't even keep together your own household. You
Facts.
can't be a king or a chief.
Facts.
The reason why I don't like to be called king, in my opinion, why is it, brother? Why I always tell y'all I don't like being called a
Oh,
king?
that's a European word.
It's a European word. So I'm not. Each is your own. If you still want to be called king, that's up to you. But I prefer to be called a chief because when you look at the royal prince, when you look at the Queen of England, that is theirs. That is theirs. We are chief and chiefess here in Turtle Island. And you should be proud to be a chief or a chiefess in Turtle Island. So a lot of stuff that we talked about tonight, we talked about the relationships in our tribes. I don't think a lot of people understand that all of when we look at the relationships. Oh, we got Smiles 808 in the house. Why? I didn't even recognize Smiles 808. Smiles 808 didn't change. Is that Smile? It said Hawaiian Heather. Did you change your names? It got to be Smiles. That got to be Smiles. Peace and blessings, Smiles 808. That's a shout out to our Hawaiian sister out there. She and what I want you guys to understand is that when y'all see Peanut Nola 504 talking about the Africans, when y'all hear him talking about the Native Americans, well, we want them to get out their feelings. We're here to talk about, we trying to uplift lost tribes. And we are the lost tribes. We are connecting with people who don't know where they come from. We are connecting with people that don't know where they come from. It's saying the chat ended. Brother, do it again. Drop the link in the chat. She said the chat ended. Please do it again. My brother, drop the chat, the link in the chat, and I'm going to get it now. The mods
I
to do that.
got you. I got you, brother.
All right, we're going to drop the link in the chat. This is an open panel, so I hope you guys would love to come on and talk. I would love to know your opinions when it comes down to tribal women and tribal men in our conscious community. So please come on in. We got an open panel tonight. I would love for you guys to come on in. Please come on in. Everybody's welcome. Come on into the open panel. We're always talking Aborigine perspective. Aborigine perspective. Okay? Always please hit the leave a like and subscribe. Also, let's get this video to 1K, even though I know it probably won't. Well, check it out, you know. And if you guys want to hit the cash app, y'all always welcome. Okay. So we're gonna get back. We're gonna he dropped the stream link for those who would love to come on in. Lady Solo, if you want to hit the panel. Gretchen Helms, if you want to hit the get on the panel. Everybody's welcome. Cherokee, we would love to see you in the chat. We would love to see. We're gonna get all right, brother. You dropped that. I seen you drop that. For those, please. There. All right, we getting somebody on here. All right.
Alito.
Alito.
How you do?
How you doing?
Not bad. Learning up. Still is trying to move forward correctly. If that is, I still got a lot of learning to do, but I got some good tips to go by.
Well, I tell you this: you keep on listening and you keep on studying, and let me tell you something. The Most High is going to send you right what you're looking for. The Most High is going to send you right what you are looking for. We are being connected by energies. I want you guys to understand. We are being.
Brother.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to put the thought out there. Okay, there's two people listening. I got me and I got a sister of mine, you know, by mom and dad, and then she's learning a little something too.
Okay. Well, we welcome them. If they have any questions, we would love to answer them. For one of the things that I tried to start up with is is that the false teaching of our history. A lot of us were told that we were African when we were very young. What happened is during segregation, we're talking even before then, we have been taken away from our true names and who we were. Okay, and
And then, hey, hold on once. When it comes down to my lineage and everything, there would be, it was my mom and my dad. They had two girls and two boys. And then my mom and dad, they got other children. But I'm letting my other brothers and sisters, all of them older than me. It's just me. The one that's on the phone now is just me and my sis, and we're the youngest of everybody else. But I'm trying to let my elders, all of them, know a little something so that they can get a different idea of what really happened.
okay, are you a so-called African American? What they told you?
No, 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 no. I'm a lost descendant. I'm taking some words from a fella that said something before. He say lost descendants of the land. I know for a fact this is what my elder cousins told me. On mom and dad's side, they said, "Oh, Blackfoot Indian." They said, my elder cousin on my dad's side said that, and then on my mom's side they said, "Oh, you got Black Irish, you got there's Cherokee, and then I'm like, okay." And then an
Okay.
elder cousin on my dad's side that I keep in touch with, he said, "Oh, you got Seminole blood in you."
Okay, okay. So you like a lot of people that got a little mixture of a little bit of everything. You got a
Yeah.
little bit. That's what you're telling me, okay? I appreciate your mother and your father telling you that the truth is that the true Indians are blacks. A lot of people did not know that. For a long time, they were saying that the Mongoloids, which are the Native Americans, which are related to the Asian descent people, they are Asian descent.
I
We're
kept
not.
on hearing bits and pieces on that level too.
Yes, and we're not here to disrespect the Native Americans. We're trying to let people understand who we are. And the Native Americans have been hiding this secret also because they want to only hold claim of America by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so of course a lot of them don't look at the melanated black people in this country as being who we are as the real Indians in this land. It's highly impossible to get such a mass of people over from Africa all the way to this country. Go ahead, Sister Purple.
Hello.
How you
Um,
doing today? Could you guys mute your mic?
there's
Okay,
been
go ahead,
a lot
Sister Purple.
there's been a lot of misnomers about our history. Um, like Dane Calloway said, history was really told to you in reverse.
That's right.
And you also got to consider the history of the people who came over here to become your oppressors. They always oppressed the people exactly where they were. Even today, the weather is so unstable across the seas that even now with all the technology and stuff that they have, it can be problematic for them to come from way over there to over here. Not
That's
to
that's
mention,
that. You ain't never said. And let me tell you something, Sister Purple. One of your tribes. When I think about your tribes, one of your tribes have been mistold. That your lineage is related to the Pocahontas tribe. It was a lot of lies that was told when it came down to your tribe.
yes,
We
it
have been
is.
Yes, we've been fighting for a very long time as a nation of people fighting for who we are as a nation of people. And I want people to understand we all on this panel not here to destroy or disrespect anybody else's culture. I want people to understand that. We are here to teach the people that are lost in the country that was lied. We are not the new world. They have told you that America is the new world. Turtle Island is actually older than what a lot of people think. Okay?
They
So
they have
go ahead.
actually admitted that that the quote unquote New World had been, there have been other folks coming here for thousands upon thousands of years, long before Columbus. A lot of people don't even realize the story of Columbus is supposedly an outright lie that was made up by a white man just because he happened to like the story. So
Yeah,
they're even
I'm starting to hear a
questioning.
lot of this. William Penn and all these stories that has been
Yeah,
told. It's really starting to get, because when you think about technology, Sister Purple, and you think about they were riding on sailboats. When you think about sailboats and the capacity of bringing these such a people to this land, you could barely get that many people. I mean, come on, a sailboat. Come on now,
well,
let's just think about that.
well, first of all, they did not want to make voyages over here like that in the first place. Talking about the oppressor, because a lot of them were starving to death just trying to make the voyages. So
You want your
this
small taco
wasn't
now?
like, it's not what people have been taught to believe. Actually, the Pirates of the Caribbean was more accurate about the conditions on these ships, because in that movie you got to see that they were really living hand to mouth in that movie.
Hold on 1 second, sister. Shout out to sis. To Chief this Gretchen Helm. I would love to a shout out for the donation. I just got a donation and I just got an alert that I got a donation. Shout out to Gretchen Helm. I really want to thank you for the $20 donation. I want to thank you. Go ahead, sister.
Okay. Recently, one of our melanated people from my tribe um recently discovered information that was saying that the Metapanai tribe, um the council was all black at one point, and he's supposed to send me that information, but he hasn't gotten around to it. And I happened to discover information saying that when you saw a lot of the turbans that were being worn and stuff, that wasn't that was typical of the southeastern tribes. The black southeastern natives wore the turbans.
Wow.
In my tribe, um, in the tribes here in Virginia, um, there were different black melanated people who came on that was, I think they were tribe leaders, if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a while since I've seen it. And they talked about that the headdress that you know of today really wasn't the headdress that our people wore. That it was more like a circular thing. I think you've shown pictures of it. I know Dane Calloway has shown pictures of what that actual headdress looked like that we wore.
Oh, I remember what you
Yeah,
was. I saw that video where he was explaining how they reworded it and lied, and Virginia they got the.
because
I
there's
think
a
it was.
lot of misinformation about Chief Powhatan. Chief Powhatan had was very gracious in a lot of respects. That if your tribe lost its chief, he would integrate you into the Confederacy to help your tribe out. That's why so many tribes wound up being up under Chief Powhatan. It was a massive confederacy of tribes that
Thank you
were
again, Gretchen Hale.
Chief
Thank you again.
Powhatan.
I want to shout out Gretchen Ham one more time. Thank you for the donation. Also, sister, we
Real
got
rap.
Chief Real Rap on here. I'm glad we got this panel tonight because Chief Real Rap has been discovering so much. I call him my scientist. He's my little scientist. Oh yes, he's my scientist. I tell you. him and I are truck drivers, and he be on the mines. And tell everybody what you've been finding out lately, my brother. And you had some other information that you want to share to everybody. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Peace,
What's up,
peace,
big peace
peace.
family? What's up, brother? Peace family.
Peace. Peace to the
Chief Tony,
peace to the
shout out
channel.
to Chief Tony.
Peace to the chat. I mean, as far as what aspect, like I mean, like I understand the models and everything,
Peace to your
but
brethren.
peace, sis, peace. But I'm gonna just put it like this. Like we have been going in more extensively on the floor to lead. You know what I'm saying? As far as the mounds, like I mean, it's kind of basic when I started. Uh, for me, when I came back on the road, I started noticing similarities. I started noticing some of the same tendencies as far as the design that our people like to do. And I realized through studying and through talking to some of the elders and some of the other people that's been doing this a lot longer than me, I helped to realize that our ancient ancestors, going down to today, obviously we're the descendants of them, but um, that's the obvious. But the thing is to try to figure out and attach, it's not putting like one group of people with like for instance like try to if you go back as far back as the old like to try to put certain groups with this and that or talking to the elders we came to the understanding that um it's a one for all type like it's a one for all type of situation type of scenario kind of like what the sister was talking about with the confederation. It's funny that she talks about that because I was looking up the I want to make sure I say it right. Hold on, give me a second. So I was looking it up. It's Cherry Hakana, Cherry Haka, not Cherry Hakanaka Nottoway. I was looking that up early, like a few hours ago, and I was talking to Big Chief Nottoway from Virginia, and um, that's the one Donald G. Grant. Um, we were just putting like a lot of stuff together as far as that type of information, and basically, um, I started. Well, I backtracked with the Mississippian culture, and that was a network going from the west. They say as far as Denver, excuse me, but I think it was bigger than that. I think it went down to that southern corner, that Southern California corner, going up and then going all the way over. But what they give credit is basically from Louisiana, following the Mississippi straight up, going into St. Louis area, into the Illinois, then over as far east as New York, going down to Florida, which they know is the Yamasee, and then coming back over. Um, and then different maps show different versions of what the state would look like. So you have some maps that, as y'all know, have Florida, and Florida goes all the way to basically Mexico, and everything west of which as Florida today was considered West Florida. Then you have some maps that have Louisiana being as big as half the country. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to study these maps in order to be able to put the time frames together. But basically, with the mounds, kind of backtrack, um, you have it's advanced. Like don't get it twisted, it's advanced. But you go from advanced, super advanced to even more spectacular advanced when you go south, getting back into Central America and South America. You know what I'm saying? So basically, and like what I'm trying to put together through empirical data is the start of civilization as well as something else I'm working on. Because in my opinion, the oldest mounds, the oldest earthworks are 45 minutes from where I am now in Baton Rouge. So if that is considered like some of or if not the oldest earthwork, which they give credit saying it's like 5 to 6,000 years, that's their science. That's their existence. That's something else I was going through with the elders. All the numbers that they give you, that's their numbers. Everything that we've done is older. We're the progenitor of civilization. Our ancestors, our um our American ancestors, because it's not separated. When you look at Canada, that Canada region, so-called Canada region, all the way down to South America, is one landmass. It's not like that on the
So
Eastern Hemisphere.
we're definitely what you're saying. We're definitely a continent. We're not a country. We're definitely a continent, just as big or bigger as Africa. That's what you're telling me.
Facts. It's one. It's one continuous continent. We touch from the very northernmost tip to the very southernmost tip is one complete landmass. So the analogy that was given to me is it's like we live in one big huge mansion, right? Peanut and myself, Chief Peanut, myself, and 504 Indigenous Warrior live in southern, the southern, uh, the southern region of the mansion. We live on the southern end. You know what I'm saying? And there's further in south to go. Same thing, east, north, and west. You know what I'm saying? So our ancestors, do different parts of the year, different parts of civilization, continuously moved up and down, and there's different reasons to do so. Outside of just climate, you have lusher greener lands in the wetlands, what they call the Mississippi Valley, in the Gulf Coast. You know, that's why that's what helped, in my opinion, the agriculture, because the agriculture got more advanced as you look up, as you go further south, the agriculture got more advanced. That's why, in my opinion, I can't, definitively say it, but in my opinion, I believe civilization started in the northern part of America. You know what I'm saying? Which would be the
You
Gulf
do
Coast.
believe you do believe that civilization started here in America. It did not
Yeah.
start anywhere. And I have stated
Well, well,
that
look,
the
well,
thing of
look.
totally telling in reverse. Go ahead, brother.
From here to that what was so-called Mexico area today. You know what I'm saying? The Central America area. That whole following the curvature of the Gulf Coast. You know what I'm saying? I believe that's where life was so much created, but that's where the earlier civilization started. Came into the Northern American region, spread out, you know what I'm saying, and spread, you know what I'm saying, spread out, both ways. Like, but they're not different people is the point. So when you look at whether Olmec, Mayan, Aztec, Inca, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same people. It's
So
all the same.
is it coincidental that the
There's
people
one.
in Mexico, my brother, that the people in Mexico was now? I was told that the people that's in Mexico, the light skinned ones, I'm talking about the quote unquote white complexion skinned ones, were not the real Mexicans.
Nah,
Is
they're not the original. No, no, they're not the original. Even though we come in various shades, like we don't come in just a dark brown or nothing like that. We come in various shades. Nah, the people that's in a lot of areas today that are the alleged majority, are number one, not the majority, in a lot of places, and a lot of them, like in that region, would be the Spaniards. Some of the descendants of the Spaniards, as well as mixed with the Siberian nation, that came over. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, that's not the original. You know what I'm saying? They call it the alleged so-called Negroid feature, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what alleged Negroid features is. It's different from what they call African features. You know what I'm saying? Negro features is gonna have American like it's an American phenotype, and there's different I'm gonna start working on it too as well, putting the phenotypes together. Like I'm working on the eyes right now.
Um,
A lot of like a lot of our ancestors have like the almond shaped eye, and I'm gonna start working on other parts of the structure of the face to be able to show the difference between us, Africa, the alleged so-called Black Europeans, and that's something else too. I came up on the knowledge of this while I'm on it. I could say this because there's knowledge on it that Africa wasn't Africa. You know what I'm saying? What we call Africa today was known as Barbaria. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a region called Africa. There was a small region with other names as well. Ethiopian, other names, but it became Africa later on. And there's enough information out there to be able to dispute the name. You know what I'm saying? Being Africa at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to go back and forth between recent history, a little bit older, go back, compare, go through the different. Like there was a great book my teacher showed me of Webster, the original Webster, not the bullshit that we have today. Y'all know about the 1828. But there was another
mm-hmm.
one that came out in 1724. The original first edition Webster. The original came out. There was 2,500 copies made in the U.S. and there were 3,000 copies made in Europe. So it's going to mess a lot of y'all up. But check this out. I'm going to tell y'all a few words that I was told not to use no more. Some of y'all know it, some of y'all don't. I was told family not to use that word family no more. Family is a servant. It's also derogatory. Queen, king, sir, all these European terms, we didn't
Right,
use none. We didn't use none of
right.
that. We didn't use none of that. So no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? But when you see me, when you acknowledge me, I don't want to be acknowledged as anything other than real rap or my name, you know what I'm saying? My title, Chief,
No
you know what I'm
problem
saying?
with that.
That's right,
Because
Chief.
that's what my ancestors used. We didn't call each other, and it's hard because I'm from the South. That's how fucked up it is.
That's what I'm
Like
saying. I get a lot
it's
of people
Well,
that,
I'm from the South
that call
myself. I'm
me,
from
yeah,
Virginia.
and they call me king. They might call you queen, sister. But these are not terminologies that were used by Aborigine people. That were used by European Americans. So he
But
is exactly right.
see,
right.
that's why it goes back to knowing the truth, because there's a lot of people walking around calling themselves Christians too. And just like he was
That's
saying,
right.
that was a derogatory term. That was the same as being called a nigger. But they don't even realize what they're calling themselves
They
because they
don't.
have a lack of knowledge.
They don't. And I wanted to tell you this real rap, and I want y'all guys to listen in on this. There was a brother that I was looking on TikTok, and there was a brother who was being arrested and being mistreated in America, and he said that he said he want to go back home, and the man said, "Where you want to go back home?" He said, "I want to go back home to Liberia." He said, "Where?" He said Liberia. He said, "I thought you was from America." He said, "No, I was a prisoner taken from America and brought to Liberia. Liberia is a new land of Africa. Liberia is a new land of Africa. So that a lot of our prisoners, a lot of our the people when it was told in reverse, our slaves were sent to Liberia. Now this
Rem-
was in the late 50s.
But remember,
This
I
was
had
we're
told
not
you
talking
that
about
before.
way back in the old days. We're talking about in the 50s. Go ahead.
But Peanut Nola, remember, I had repeatedly told y'all that our people were
Yes,
sent
it
to Liberia.
was
You
told
know
in
why they were
reverse.
sent there? Because you were fighting so damn hard. Every time they broke one of their damn promises, you were coming for their throats. They were afraid to go to sleep with you present at night. That's why you were being shipped away. And anything that looked like you, they were scared to death.
That's right.
Because
That's
That's
right.
right.
Atlanta wasn't an anomaly; it was the norm. The only thing that made Nat Turner stand out is who he killed. He killed everything. That was the only difference.
Yeah,
But
he
the
did.
Wow.
He did say. He
but the
did. He
killing
said
had been
when they
going
asked
on.
him,
It
when
was
they
not
asked that,
uncommon to have slave upheavals all over the place.
and when they asked Nat Turner, what about the kids? He said, kill them all. The kids gonna grow up to be big masters. Kill them all.
Correction, what they call slave upheavals, it was really our people fighting for
Well,
their shit. Like,
Well,
of course,
well,
you're gonna
well.
feel some
I,
type of
I had
way
I had a
about
person.
somebody coming up in your land and talking mess to you.
I
Yeah,
had
you feel some type of way.
chiefess. I want to tell you, chiefess. What you don't, a lot of people don't understand, and I want you to understand this: that the ones that were forced into slaves were forced into having babies, and they were forcing each other with brothers and sisters and stuff like that. But
Oh,
they were born here, and
I agree.
they were not immigrants. They were not immigrants. They were forced here to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Even the ones that they're claiming was quote unquote slaves was us. And of course, you're gonna feel some type of way. Somebody coming up in your house telling you how they gonna run your shit, and then you're not even keeping the promises we made. We made compromises with you, and then you can't even honor your word.
What the other sister that's sitting there, Laurel, could you pronounce your name, sis? With the R on there. Pronounce your name. She's sitting to the right.
Yeah, I see her. Um,
Uh,
let me let me just state this real quick
What's
too.
up?
yeah. So how do you pronounce your name?
Larai.
All right, Laurel. What do you think about this, sis?
history is
I I
down.
I
History
think
is in class.
that there's a lot of misinformation even on my side and everything. I had to talk to my cousins to, realize something wasn't right, and I just kind of pursued it a little bit
Yeah, I
because
think that's
I
what.
was
Go
it
ahead.
was like for the last 2 years, I was trying to figure what's really going on.
But see, that's the problem with our people. We're afraid to do the homework, and that's what's going on right now. A lot of us are afraid to do the research and the homework, and some people are just comfortable. Some people are just comfortable where they're at. They want to be power to the people. They want to be Africa, and they just comfortable. They don't want to know who they are. Now, if money gets involved, all of them going to want to jump on the bandwagon. If money gets involved, if I say I give all y'all $5,000 to do the research, all y'all will get your ass out and do the research.
And
Well,
that's
Right.
kind of sad because we got these little whatever who it is you want to call the programming and everything, and it's being taught that, oh, you're African American, Black History Month, and you know I've learned differently.
Damn, you knocked that one out.
What you say about the indigenous warrior?
Hey man, history is in class. Like I've been telling people, man. I've been telling people for the longest, man. If we get away from this African American kick, we'll be all right. That's why I say, don't take my word. Go do your own research and come back and tell me if I was wrong. I'm telling you what it is. We've been here before any other. We the only race of people that have been reclassified over time.
Well, I
The
want to ask y'all
European
one question. What have Africa done for y'all? I just want to
nothing.
know because if I was taken away from somewhere, wouldn't I want my people to come back and get me? So why
I
don't
don't
they?
want them to come
You
get me.
know, you gotta act yourself there. Why haven't they came back to get your ass?
because we ain't their people.
That's just that. Why
And
when they tell you to go back to Africa, they don't never give you a specific place.
because indigenous warrior, they're telling the Africans the same lie too. Do you know what the Africans said about you? That they didn't know nothing about you until they learned about you in school.
They don't even know you. What's up, James?
There's no stories in history about
Welcome back, brother.
you coming over here. They only learn that story when they go to the school by the oppressor in their land.
And that's exactly. And I'm trying to get people to understand. Okay, you done graduated from high school. You graduated from high school mastering their knowledge. Now you gotta spend the rest of your life trying to learn your knowledge.
Oh, and Indigenous Warrior, you want to talk about the genealogy. One of the sisters that I know, every time she does genealogy, you know what she finds? She finds pale faces have taken the identity of the melanated person. They will take your name and everything on the census, and then all of a sudden, you go from being melanated to completely white. She keeps
Real
finding that
rap,
every time she
real
does the
rap did a
genealogy for people.
real rap did a special. I want to say about 6 months ago on here, and he actually showed how his own parents and his own relatives was reclassified on the census.
We
He
got James.
showed how his own relative
We got
was
James, my brother, brother in digital world. We got James. I think he got something on his screen. He got something to say. Go ahead, James.
you might want to
I
share
was
his screen because I
I
can't
was
see
just
it.
trying to yeah, because I'm on my phone right now.
I'm on
But
my
I
phone too, so y'all gonna have to make do because I'm on my phone. Go ahead, y'all.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good. I'm
Yes,
gonna
quick
read the
question.
name of the book and I'll put the link in the chat. But this is what we are giving up, and this is what we are lazy about. I'm gonna read the book. Discourse on the evidence of the American Indians being the descendants of the lost tribes of Israel. That is the title of this book. So this is what we giving up. So everybody that always say, no, it ain't this, it ain't that. Why are these folks over here trying to kill us then?
Wow.
This is what we giving up. We giving up Israel.
How sad. How
And
truly
very,
sad.
very.
What
Oh,
you gotta
there's
say
a
about that real
documentary
rap?
about how they believe that this was actually quote unquote Africa. There has
This
been
is
documentaries about
they
that as
said they
well.
said they said this is actually Israel itself. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the Africa thing, I can't go with. This is never known as this is never known as Africa.
This is
That I
not
can't
named Africa. It's definitely this is
I
Turtle
can't
Island.
go
We
with.
ain't gonna never we Turtle Island. We ain't not Africa.
Yeah, I
Um
know that, and you know that, but I'm telling you what they're trying to tell each other.
yes, we
Well, no,
definitely
like
named
I mean, well, look. This is the thing.
I
Uh,
want to hear what real
Look,
rap got to say about this one.
all right, look. Somebody got to go on mute because it's some
I hear
feedback.
everybody go
feedback.
on mute. Everybody go on mute.
And look, peace to James, man. Peace to
Sam in the house, Eagle or Hawk in the house.
All right. So what I was saying is, uh, I mean, like that's fine, man. The terms, um, the terms as far as like America being Israel. Well, look, what I'll say is this: America, the entire landmass, but more to me, in my opinion, more centralized. Like I was saying earlier, the Gulf Coast, down to Central America, down to the southern. I'll say this: America was definitely a utopia, and they came here. That's why I don't look. This is why I don't rock with the African. I don't rock with no doctrine, religious doctrine, no religious doctrine. I don't rock with the European. I don't rock with the so-called black European. You know what I'm saying? I don't rock with none of them. If you're not American, I'm not rocking with you. If you're not a so-called black American that understands, that your status was changed multiple times, that you come from a lineage of greatness. Some of our ancestors, unfortunately, help the rest of the world, what I'm saying, to complete their goal and mission as well. We're not going to sugarcoat the information or, truth. I'll tell the complete story and I try to tell the complete story. But that's where I will say that America was a utopia. Our ancestors developed a utopia. i.e., Garden of Eden, if you want to call it that. I don't deal with any of the doctrines as best I can, though. You know what I'm saying? I just stick to the history of the people. What I will tell you is that there is something known as Proto Mayan. I know people like to say Proto Hebrew or Proto whatever you want to call it with the Hebrew tongue, like whatever dialect that is. Well, I can't confirm that. But what I can confirm is the laws, statutes, the original law. You know what I'm saying? That they can read and backtrack. They pointed to the mind. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. When I tell you that these are all the same people, and we don't ever bring up a lot of times, and that's due to ignorance. It's my fault. The Toltec, there's one that starts with a Z. I don't want to mispronounce it, but Zapota, I believe. You also have there's a longer name, but there's another one that starts with a C. And no, I don't want to mispronounce them, so I'm not gonna mention them and talk and say them properly. But there were more great civilizations and empires more than what we know. But that's why I always salute the Louisiana or Mississippian culture. But back to the question, so I answered directly. How do I feel about it being called Israel or being called another name? I haven't gotten all the information on that personally, so I'm not going to tell you what I think. I'm not going to tell you what I allege to know. I'll tell you where I'm speculating. I'll tell you my honest opinion, and I'll tell you what's a fact. So I'm not going to speak on what I don't have research on. And I think that's the most responsible thing to do, because we can't continue to spread misinformation, whether intentional or not, or whether innocent or not. Definitely not intentional, but whether innocent or not, that's something that we need to stop. So James does have great information. He's got the Antediluvian book. He's got some other great ancient books, and he'll tell you, man, some of these books, 20, 30 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand. Why? Because the real information they don't want you to know. And you're going to pay money for the real information. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they pay money for the real information. So if they pay, you think you ain't going to pay? Yes, you're going to pay. And to address what 504 Indigenous Warriors said, my brother, yes, I came on. That was one of the first builds I did on Chief Peanut's channel was my family history. I went and showed where my four times great grandmother was listed as a mulatto. Her husband was listed as a Negro. And that's what they used to do to try to cause confusion and separation. Try to say the Negro mixed with the Indian, where no, the Negro was the mulatto, was the so-called Indian. Now let me tell you something. This is no offense to none of you or none of your ancestors. No offense. All right, I'm gonna say it again. No offense to what I'm about to say, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is just the truth. This is the information. And I'm gonna start with my family first, and if it correlates, then so be it. That's how I get out of that. So I don't offend anybody. And I talked to my teacher today, and he said the truth isn't offensive. You know what I'm saying? So basically, niggas got to get out their weak ass feelings, is what my teacher was saying. But anyway, um, my family,
Facts.
when they decided to join the census and put their names on the census, was a form of it's not a form. I'm gonna stop sugarcoating. They like what they did is they gave up their natural Indian status, which is Indian non-tax. When you're Indian non-tax, that means you're completely sovereign. The so-called U.S. can't tell or do anything with you because you have no attachment to their system. So all my ancestors that signed their name on the censuses, then that developed into the birth certificate, they all backstabbed the generation to come. So, for instance, example, I had no say in whether I wanted my name on a birth certificate. There was no say. It was decided for me. When I was born, I had no say in whether I wanted to give up my rights as a naturalized citizen, indigenous citizen, aborigine of America. I had no say so. I was born in a hospital and within the system. And my mom prior, her mom prior, her mom prior, her mom prior, and then before that they were Indian. They still had the natural citizens. They weren't citizens. They had the natural status. You can't be a citizen and sovereign. It doesn't work like that. That's why when people tell you that they're indigenous, they're aborigine, but they're still celebrating Christmas. They're still celebrating the fake New Year. They're still going out there to church, believing in a fake Jesus, white or black,
Facts.
white or black, fake
Facts.
Jesus, fake Jesus. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is what it is. The Bible is it's like a map. You know what I'm saying? And it's used to confirm certain information, but I don't use the Bible as a historical tool. I can't. Why? Because there were too many books taken out of it. Why? To stop to help to complete the context to give the story. I do believe parts of the Bible is about us. I do believe that, but
Could I
you can't
could I ask
use.
you a question, brother?
Go ahead.
First of all, you eliminated the fact that there's no such thing as a Jesus in biblical term anyway. That is something that's came in a new translation. To be
Hey,
honest
check
with
this
you,
out.
yeah, they didn't have a letter J.
Hey,
There was no such thing as a letter J. Is that
hey,
so? I firmly agree with you on that. Go ahead.
not to cut you off, Chief. Let me grab the so-called Bible. Let me grab it right quick. Let me go to Revelations chapter 12, I believe, verse 19 or 19
Really?
verse. Let me see something. All right, I got it right here. It's chapter 19, verse 12. It says, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns." And this is the part to pay attention to. And he had, hold on. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. If his name was Jesus, how is he going to have a name? If his name was Jesus, that means everybody would already know it. So the context to what it said is he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Right. So when you know just regular history, the letter J wasn't invented until the 1600s. You know what I'm saying? So no, the name Jesus is fake. It's a fake name. It was never. Matter of fact, the person, in my opinion, this is how I believe it happened. If there was a Christ figure, it was just a regular person, somebody that got hyped up over time. Look at Tupac. No offense, I love Tupac, but over time, Tupac is going to be a god in another 100 years, 150, 200 years. They're going to talk about Tupac like a mythical figure. His own people said it. His own people said it. His own group members said in 1,000 years they felt like Tupac uh would be turned white, so-called pale, like so-called white, pale face. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian, a Slav. That's what they're known as. They're known as Slavs, serfs. They're the original slave, the slave class. That's what they're known as. You have to call people their original terms. When they call you a nigga with the er, you know what I'm saying? You know what you call them? You call them a Slav, a dirty Slav. You know what I'm saying? And guess who helped them? The fucking black European. They were never meant to get this knowledge. They were never meant to know what they know. The stupid, the stupid ass European helped them to gain power, and then they started to beat their ass. With
because it
any
go.
of y'all that own a small, I'm gonna just say this, sis, and I'll give it to you. With
Sorry.
any of y'all that own a small dog, no, you don't have to apologize. With any of y'all that own a small dog, you feed it, you shelter it, you provide heat during the winter, cool air during the summer. Don't matter if he sleeps outside or not. He has a shelter. He or she has a shelter. What would it look like for your dog to turn on you and bite at you and snap at you? What would you do? You beat the hell out of that dog, possibly kill that dog. Start over, get a new dog. The kids understand. Same thing, same scenario. Fucking dog bit the hand that fed it. Fucking bastard. That's how I look at pale faces. All of them. I don't need no fucking allies. I tell y'all that. I come on here and I tell you my honest God opinion. I don't say this because it's the internet. If you have to live around them and be cordial, it is what it is. But if
Well,
it came to
I do believe, my brother, that the white man is Esau, that the scriptures talk about. Esau is the I have been stating he has been determined to destroy melanated people since he was born. It's a mutation. He's a mutation. It's strange that a people would call you monkey when these people, and I hate to go there. It's strange that they would call us monkey when they have the traits of a monkey.
Shit, they the dogs. If we the monkeys, they the dogs.
That's
they
right.
say that they say they come from it though. Hold on. Their science says that they come from apes, gorillas. And as you go through the evolution, alleged evolution, you know what I'm saying? They turn into a human. They tell you they come from animals and apes. I didn't say it, they said it. And not just that, this is the thing. I need everybody to understand this and know this.
Neanderthal. Neanderthal.
The ancestors created everything, man. It's nothing that they have that didn't come from us first. You need to break that cycle of giving them credit for anything, man. The only thing you can give them credit for is fuckery and debauchery and degeneracy. It's all you can give them credit for. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can give them credit for. Anything else, arithmetic,
I give him
culture,
credit. I give him credit for Trump.
for what?
I give him credit for the urge, man, too.
Oh man, look, that's simple stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's simple stuff. Like the like politics right now. That's clown shit. Politics to be a politician is to be a clown. Is to be a
Well, brother, real rap. I mean, politics. I have told you several times that politics is not for us. We were not a part of the politics that they have. We had our own politics. Okay, so we can't expect them to pass bills for us when it's not written for us.
I agree with you on that because I agree with you on that one because when they wrote the Constitution, we were still slaves. They didn't even consider us human. They called us
That
primitive human.
oh well look, our people wrote the
well,
Constitution, dog. That's what I'm saying, dog. They don't get credit for shit, dog. Look, like you know what they are? They're the ultimate. Like you know how when your kids in school or when you was in school and y'all had them little individual desks with the flat top and it had like like the color to it and it had like a tan flat top and you had to like put your arm over your schoolwork so the next person couldn't just look over. You know, I didn't care. You know, if you was so called black and you didn't have an answer and you needed it, man, look, I'll pick my arm up. Go ahead, bro. Look at it. Go ahead. Fuck this
You a
bullshit.
real one.
Fuck this bullshit test. Hell yeah. What I'm gonna look like?
That's
You know what I'm saying? Like tattletelling on the next man. I'm trying to get by this bullshit too. I didn't
that
study
white.
this
It's like
shit.
what the white people shit. That telltale snitching to get
Okay,
ahead.
they're asking. Angel and Gerald asking, do the brother have a channel? Put your information, real rap, in the in the chat so the sister can get your information. Yes, he has a channel. His name is Chief Real Rap. Okay, Chief Real Rap. He's definitely out on YouTube. He's a I like to say he's my I call him every time I need him to sting somebody, like a bumblebee, or is going to tear up like a big swarm of bees. Okay, so my brother, put that in the chat when you get a chance, so the people can follow you because they love your information. Everybody,
Hey,
I definitely need you to put it out there,
hey,
brother.
hey, look for sure. But look, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I'm honest as possible. As you know what I'm saying? AF. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest as F. You know what I'm saying? That's how I come. I don't do the sugarcoating. Now I do have a boxing community that I cater to as well. But you know what I'm saying, what I do a lot of times, even though I may go into sports, I always direct it to our history because that's how I get my sports people onto the information. You know what I'm saying? And then I have just actual just straight up builds on just straight our stuff. But my goal, you know what I'm saying? So whenever y'all see it, don't be confused if you see like other types of content.
Well, when
That's why
well,
that's why I
when
do that.
my brother, when I agree that we did the Constitution, but what I'm trying to tell you is a person can steal the Constitution and rewrite the Constitution till they be,
All right.
till
Let me
they
break
like
that.
it. Okay,
All right.
you're
Let me
not
break
gonna
that
write
down.
something. You're not gonna write these some of these laws that were in there. They took it. They took some of these laws
Let me break
that
it
were written
down.
for us, and they destroyed the laws that were written for us. Okay,
Let me break it down.
and a person believes it.
That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true. What it is you have to go back to the Act of 1871. We can get it if you give me a second. I'll pull it up. Hold on. As I'm talking, I'll pull it up. And I'm gonna drop my link in the chat a few more times. I got it in there. But what I was saying before I answer that question, just remember I said the Act of 1871 with the Constitution. Just real quick. So, like I was saying, what I'm doing is I'm developing a documentary on my channel, and it's gonna be a lot of different information. I'm breaking down, like what they said earlier, the earthworks, the mounds, pyramids. I'm gonna start breaking down the civilizations, but I'm gonna break it down from the northern American empires first, the civilizations first. Then I'm going to work my way and I'm going to teach this. Then later on, we're going to start to go
That's
through.
right, Tony.
We're going to start to go through ancient Mayan, the words and the arithmetic. But we're going to do that offline because I don't want to have our teachings to go to to people that don't deserve to listen to this. So that's something that I want to develop with Chief Peanut and brother 504 and
But also the Confederacy was us as well.
Yes, actually, the original Confederacy flag was our flag. They took that flag and they made it a liken to themselves.
The
That is definitely true.
They took the Confederacy government from us as well. We we had a
Well,
Confederate type style government. That's where they got the idea from. You got to remember,
is the
these
brother
people have
James
not
still there?
had an original idea yet.
Yeah,
They
brother James, what you
constantly
got to say
stealing
while the
from
brother doing that?
everybody.
Say what now? I didn't hear the question.
What do you think about the flag, the Confederacy flag, which used to be our flag that was taken away? But I want to ask you more about that. What do you think about some of the things that was stolen from us?
Yeah, so normally when they conquer an area, they take the title of everything. So we have an example of that. If you look at the people of Australia, we see that the people that's there today are not the same people that was there originally. So we see that they'll take your whole identity. So a lot of the things that we see right now are things that we used to have and they have taken away from us. But with the flags, we was fighting on both sides of the battle. So we was killing each other. That was what the Civil War was all about, to get us weak enough so they can make us prisoners of war. And that's what pretty much happened on the southeast region side.
Wow. Yeah, Aboriginal Power just did a build on actually the flag. He was he. I want you guys to make sure y'all subscribe to Aboriginal Power. That brother that be kicking it, dog. I mean, he be kicking it, and I love to hear him rap. I love hear the brother rap.
Uh,
but
hey, look,
yeah.
so
So
look,
check
Chief
it out.
Peanut. So look, let me answer that Constitution question. All right. Now, I said not necessarily the thing about us with having our all our laws confiscated and thrown away. It didn't happen like that necessarily because our ancestors, if you look up the Iroquois, they were fascinated by the Iroquois. You know what I'm saying? The Iroquois. Well, all of us, all civilizations in different regions, we all had what we know as the universal law. You know what I'm saying? I believe the brother, where is he at? The brother, Black telepathic thought. He'll tell you about what he keeps typing as the energy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
No, also known as universal law. You know, we had our own laws, what y'all know
Wait,
as
what
statutes,
happened?
and
The heck was that?
Go
yeah,
ahead.
y'all was talking to me.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, like the brother tell you about energy, you know, and that's why like with the laws, the universal law, you know, it was what you know is universal. It's universal. It goes across it goes across the land masses and across the world. You know what I'm saying? But basically, back to the point, the Iroquois helped the government establish the laws, and that's why I said earlier that's what I'm starting to get into as well. The laws. I'm at a uh, uh, I say rudimentary understanding. I'm at the I'm at the I'm at the beginning of trying to learn like real law. But when you learn real law, that's why it's important to have your status correct because they're not talking to everybody. If you're black, they're not talking to you. Black is dead. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Illegal
If you need,
dead.
yeah,
say,
we have to stop calling ourselves black because it is definitely dead. It's hard for me. Me and Real Rap talk about this on the phone all the time. It's hard to give up our slang because we've been programmed in our mind for so long with some of these slangs that we have been using. But black is definitely dead. That is no such thing as black. Okay.
It's not a race, it's a status. That's why you hear them call themselves white, because it's a status.
look,
You have
even those.
to stay in legal, well, I like to call it legal knees. You have to know what you're saying when you're using certain things. You're literally telling the government at that point that you have no rights because you're declaring yourself as dead to the court.
And that's why all these Europeanistic terms are important to stop using. Why? Because it puts you in a status of what? Servitude. You know what I'm saying? Being a what? Dead slave. You know what I'm saying? Being a being somebody that's shackled, you know, under the system. I'm about to go. I'm about to we're about to break this shit all the way down with the Act of 1871. But this is why I tell you to stop using them terms because I have a hard time. You know what I'm saying? With stopping to use these terms because it was ingrained within our psyche, our lexicons, our subconscious, and we had to. You know, I used to get aggravated with y'all when I come.
I keep saying it, it's very hard. I mean, and I want you guys to forgive me because I keep trying to stop saying the word black, and I've been saying melanated brothers and
You could
sisters. I
say it.
think I'm
No, no, you could
getting caught
say
up
it.
on it.
You could say it. Just put so called in front of you. That's it. It's that simple. Like, and
That's
people gonna
right.
be people gonna feel like they're offended and man, fuck they feelings, man. Fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck your feelings. That's how I feel. Like, that's not how I feel. That's just what it is. But that's how you know what I'm saying. That's my perspective on it. Look, the
What the
hold
young
on,
lady?
hold on.
After you
Hey, hold
finish,
on.
go straight to the lady above you, or when you finish. Go ahead, brother.
All right. Cause look, yeah, look, I want to be long winded. I want to say this, but I want to break down that 1871. So I'll let her go before I break it down. But damn, Chief man, yeah, said something. I was gonna finish on my point. What was the last thing I was saying before that? Uh, look, let her go. I'm gonna get the document ready, and
Okay,
I'll come back.
sister, right above, he's gonna go with his documents. What do you got to say about this, sis?
LaRaza.
Naraza?
The right. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What do you got? What are you getting? What kind of information you're getting right now? What are you thinking about this?
I like the information that y'all are putting out. I just there was the fellow was talking about the Iroquois, and I had been in listening up on, well, may as well say it, Kotaki Bay, and you got to be cautious because that person, there's a lot of misinformation going on within that. So I'm just saying, be careful on what you follow and what you understand and what you grab a hold to.
Where's the
That's right.
misinformation? Hold on, where and what is the misinformation? So we get that right. We get that established.
He's asking you where's the misinformation, sister.
No, there was a train going by in the local area. The misinformation is that, all right, there's this person that identifies as the name of Big Ups. And there's a lot of people that are following with Kotoki Bay, and some of them know of who I am talking of. And then the Kotoki Bay, well, may as well say, he started everything up through by way of a loan through the government and everything. So I mean, I
Hey, hold
hope
on.
that
Hey, well, hold on.
people
Wait,
get
hold
the
on, hold on.
correct information and they follow through with that.
Hey, look. One thing I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna talk down on
I'm
anybody
not
that
trying to do that. I'm just
well
saying that
well
grab hold of the information, but be careful in how you
well
go
like that,
about
that's why
implementing
that's why
it.
I said hold on, look, instead of persecuting or throwing like look like friend like if I was to throw a jab at Top Rats, I could say that because Top Rats is on record of being a rat. You know what I'm saying? And having false information, bullshit information, like, you know what I'm saying? I could say that about Top Rats, but I'm not gonna come up here and speak down on the name of my brother Coda at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. And if you do that,
I'm
you
just
know what I'm
saying, be
saying?
careful. I'm not trying to talk bad on nobody. I'm saying be careful.
You need to bring information. You know what I'm saying? If I was to stop the build right now and get on some negative shit and start going in on Top Rats, I can show you documentation on where the contradictions are, on where the lies are, on where the misinformation is. I don't
But
like when
wait,
people do that.
wait,
Like
wait, wait,
if you're
wait,
gonna do
wait.
that, bring documentation, bring proof. Don't say a man's name or a sister's name with no proof. Don't do that. I don't respect that at all. If you're
Okay,
gonna do that,
fine,
bring the proof. And then not just
Yeah,
that,
fine.
yeah.
have
But
the
wait,
men
but how?
have the
Wait,
men
what
be
I
here.
miss? What is wait? What I miss? How? What this corner?
Nah, man, we could do that. Look, we could deal with that later. We on positivity right now.
Okay,
Okay,
Look, look.
fine,
say
fine,
less.
fine. What do they hear
Say
you?
less.
All right, guys. We cannot talk over each other, okay? Please mute your mics while real rap talk. Go ahead.
Nah, that's good. I said what I said, but I'll reiterate. What I said is I don't
Drop
respect.
the link, my brother, Indigenous Warrior, because Sister Cunningham is trying to come in. Drop the link. Go ahead, brother. Brother
Oh
Real
yeah,
Rap.
Yeah,
you know.
what I said is I said what I said, and on the fact of I don't respect when people come and drop a name with no facts, with no empirical data. Now, see, like if like for instance, I'm gonna use Top Rats as an example. If Top Rats was still solidified and still had equity in the nation, or still had a name to stand on, or still had something to stand on, then I would never speak on another brother or sister without them being here to represent themselves. But knowing that knowing that a nigga like Top Rat saying shit, I don't care if he's here or not, because what I'll do is I'll say it to his face. I'll say it on my channel. I'll say it on his channel. I'll say it on whoever. And I only say Top Rats because I'm not gonna promote, his what he calls himself. He's a rat.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And all rats must die. Period. That's how
That's
I feel. So I'm not gonna come up and speak on somebody and say, hey, you might want to watch out. No, if he a rat, he a rat.
well. The
Period.
bottom line
Fuck.
is, I don't know. I don't know who the brother is. This is on my platform. I don't know who the brother is.
I
But
respect the look. Hold on. I'm gonna say this in your platform. I'll give it back. I'll give it back to you. From what I can tell and what I know, you know what I'm saying about the brother and his chief. You know what I'm saying? What y'all know is his wife. I'm not gonna speak on on the man's relatives. But from what I know, the brother is respected in my book, and I'm not going to allow anybody to speak on anything in my presence. Period. If I respect you, if I call you a brother or a sister or a relative, I'm not going to let nobody even lead into the thought of questioning your character. I'm not saying the sister disrespecting them or nothing, but I personally am not going to allow that while I'm here. You can remove me off the panel, and then it is what it is. But while I'm here, I'm not going to allow nobody's name to be smeared, or reputation smeared, or character smeared. Period. Not going. I won't stand for it.
I hear you, brother. I have no problem with you saying. The bottom line is, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't even know who the guy is, brother. So it is what it is. You feel like she's whatever she's saying towards the brother. What is she trying to say? What do you feel she's
And
trying to say against the
just
brother?
move on. Just move on. Just move on. Just move
Oh,
on.
but,
Because
but
we
Yeah,
brother
was on.
James,
We was
can
on.
you speak?
We
but
was
when
on
you
some positive.
but when you get a chance, you tell me after this call what she trying to say, brother, because I gotta be fair with people. I
Don't
want to
All
know
worry
right.
what
about
Well,
it.
the brother.
address it then.
Don't worry
Well,
about it.
address
Yeah,
it then.
so
Now, well,
we'll address
look.
that.
This your channel. You do what you want. Hold on, but it's somebody in there. I don't know what you mean, and I don't know if you're a brother or a sister. But he said so. He has proof, but the sister doesn't. Get the fuck out of here. Like I don't know what you're referring to. You're
Okay.
more than welcome. You more than welcome to hit the link. Fuck it, we could address it. I didn't want to address it because it's not my channel. You know what I'm saying? But if it's your channel, man, like you do what you want, we can address it. You know what I'm saying? But
Do you
as
want me to
far as
drop
far
down?
Yeah.
You want me to?
Could somebody drop down so
I
brother
did.
telepath?
I will.
Oh,
I
and
got
look,
you.
and
I'll
look,
drop
and
down.
look, I'm gonna say, look, hold on, I'm gonna say one more thing, Chief Peanut. It's not my fault if niggas got poor comprehension issues, cause I clearly said that if you got proof or information or something to show as far as to solidify. That's why I use the example of top rats. Top rats don't have to be here for me to go in, but if I
That's
wanted
right.
to,
That's
I
right.
can drop videos, pictures, documents, voice recordings, all that shit. So to niggas with slow comprehension, you know what I'm saying, bad, poor comprehension, what I said was if you're gonna state somebody's name, bring the information, you know what I'm saying, for them to do that or for you to speak on that.
That's right. All right. Well, telepath God, how you doing, brother? What telepath God went? I think we'll just have to wait till he get back in.
Mr.
Brother
James.
James, what you got to say about this?
Well, I don't know Top Cat at all.
I don't know indeed.
I know he came on Sister Betty's show one time, and it was doing an ordeal where I was splitting up from the group, and I know he got up there and told a bunch of lies that I just knew wasn't factual. And I made a video on it. It's on my YouTube channel right now. But yeah, he threw a lot of information out, and then when you try to elaborate on it, he'll kind of talk a little bit about it, and then he'll go into a story about something you don't never even heard of, and so that's all I know of the brother, just from that one little incident I had with him.
Well,
With him.
I ride with brother Real Rap. I trust what he's saying. That's my
Yeah.
dog. So I trust what he's saying. Come on, brother Telepath.
What's
Telepath
up,
God.
brother?
How you doing,
Can you hear?
brother? I hear
Man,
you
peace.
just fine.
Oh, peace, brother. I was just coming on, man, for the first time. Just want to holler
That
at
that
all
Memphis
the
flavor, that
tribe.
Memphis flavors up there, that Memphis flavor down here. Is it Mississippi? Is it Mississippi born and Mississippi Memphis living? Is that what is going on?
Correct.
All right, I
Yeah, I
kind of
was.
figured that.
Yeah, yeah, I was. Yeah, I was born in Grenada, Mississippi, man. But majority of my life, I've been up here in Memphis, man. So
Right, right. So you down there in
yeah, I just wanted to
Grenada? I pass that
go
all the
ahead.
time. No, I was just saying I
Oh,
pass
okay.
it all the time. Go ahead. Say what
Oh, okay.
go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just reaching out to all the indigenous tribe, man. Just giving a shout out to everybody, man. Enjoying this bill, enjoying it whenever I tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? I just be in the chat, putting my little thing down, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to grow and build with the family. You know? So I just
Man,
want to say peace to the family, man.
well, I tell you one thing, you always welcome here, my brother. You a powerful source of energy that always come in here, brother. Real rap. Well, I need to go back to you. When you're flowing like this, brother, I don't want to stop your flow. I already know, and I already know you. Okay, so I hope people don't think me and you up here beefing because we talk. Because uh, for those who don't know, me and the brother, real rap, are very close. So go ahead, brother, real rap, finish it up.
I mean, I don't know where to take back off on. Like, look, no disrespect to the sister. You know, if I did talk over her, you know, or anything like that, or look, I didn't mean to come off as offensive, nothing like that. My thing is, I protect my relatives. Though, if I consider you a relative, I'm not gonna let nobody, you know, what I'm saying, even lead to any type of comment. That's why I said to American Strike,
Sister
uh,
Purple's come back on, Sister Purple. Go
you
ahead,
know,
brother.
to American Strike, you more than welcome to tap that link. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, look, I'm not above reproach. You know what I'm saying? I'm a humble person. I'm a passionate person. You know, I'm a man of truth. You know, and I take the truth very, very, very seriously. I don't lie to my people. I tell my people all the time, to lie to my people, what am I going to gain from lying to you? I get nothing from lying. So I take the truth very seriously. No disrespect to anybody here.
Aboriginal people should be able to talk to Aboriginal people. That's the way I feel. I feel like whatever goes on, nobody shouldn't get their feelings. The bottom line is, I don't know what you're talking about, or the sister talking about, because I don't know the person. So I'm just here to mediate and keep people cool heads. That's just my job, as hosting this panel. Okay. Um, Trust me, I know what you're talking about. Okay, as far as I know you, and I know your demeanor. You very loyal to your group of people. It is what it is. I know it is. You would be up here fighting for me if somebody was talking about me. Okay, so I already know. You heard me.
And I respect it all. And the point is that I know what I know, and I'm just gonna have to come and show proof. So hey, it ain't nothing.
All right. Well, until then, I'm gonna let I got a sister coming on, and you welcome to come back, sis. I got somebody else about to come on. Until then, bring the proof. We would love to have that bill. Okay.
Yes, absolute.
All right. Thank you. Come. We're gonna let Sister Purple back on.
Thank you for
Okay.
having me as always, Peanut.
Okay. That sounds about. How do you feel about that, brother? Real rap. The sister said that she will come back on with proof next time. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. That's fine, man. That's fine. Um, I mean, like I said, I'm not, you know, I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If that, then I'll be listening. I'll be listening. You know, I'm not gonna I'll be listening. I'll say that as far as on that. But back to the other issues at hand. Um,
You didn't discuss the mines, how the houses was on the mines, the pictures that we saw, and you didn't visualize what the mines was for. I wanted you to continue that. I'm sure Brother Telepack, God, Gods want to know about that. We were so interested in that bill that you were getting. I know we got sidetracked, so I want you to tell the people about what is the purpose of the mines.
all right. All right. The mounds also, like for instance, like the effigy mounds. You know what I'm saying? The effigy mounds. They will form an effigy is spelled EFFIGY. You know what I'm saying? G is in George, Y is in Yankee. Um, they were they were made in animal shapes, but they were also sometimes just like a line or a different or a certain type of shape and that would just be like a basic landmark. You know what I'm saying? In order to where if you're traveling, because I got to break this down. We don't have allegedly we don't have a GPS system. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. A lot of the mounds. That's why I say a lot of the mounds were older and were, in my opinion, like a first form, like before they got the full science on how to build actual like full temples and full pyramids and elaborate, and very advanced with the artwork and the hieroglyphic and or the glyphs. They're known as glyphs. Before we got the information and science on that, that's why I believe we started out with the mounds. And even though they come off as looking basic, they have a basic physical perception. I'll say they're very complicated in advance. Like I said, when I was over there and I was going through, I studied that there was something called a intrusive burial, where, like I was saying, that day, you would have a portion on the mound where, if say it was just a straight out burial mound, well, you would have what's known as an intrusive burial, and it would be a low, shallow part of the grave that they would be able to put uh they build and it's not necessarily has to be shallow. It could be deep, but it was just basically an opening to where they could get to where they can drop off different ornaments, different like pottery, different things to be able to help the ancestor that passed on with their transition. So um, that's nothing new. Life forms. Even in science, they say you cannot create nor destroy energy, and our ancestors had knowledge of that, so they know or knew that once you left the physical realm, this was just one portion or one carnation of what you know to be existence. So with the mounds, also, like I said before, they were used as um, vantage points to be able to, secure yourself from water or flooding and things like that. It was also for stature within the nation. That could also be not could, it is one thing that it was used for. And one thing too I wanted to say earlier was the word connotative. I'm going to give y'all that definition, and the word denotative, and then I'm gonna still go back and I'm gonna get y'all that Act of 1871. I haven't forgot with the constitutions. But anyway, with the mounds, um, you would have what's known as a platform mound, which is multi-layered. It's kind of like steps. You have your base, then you have a middle section, then you have your upper level. You have what's known as platforms. And as we got more knowledge, as we got embracing more experience, came more knowledge, and we became more advanced. Because it was a process. And that's one thing I'm not going to tell you. We just came from the ground, being like knowing everything and knowing all. No, from being here millennia, millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? We developed, we developed patterns, traditions. Like I said, culture. A culture is what I do in my house, the way I raise my kids, the way I live my life. My neighbor beside me, my relatives are living the same exact existence, living through the same exact, lens. We see life in the same lens, through the same scope. That's real culture, and that's through music. That's through food, travel. You know what I'm saying? That's through knowing who you are, your history, your spiritual systems. You know what I'm saying?
I want to give James a chance to answer, and to talk a little bit about that with you. James, what you got to say about that with the mounds?
The mounds. Well, I know we have quite a few just right here in Georgia that we drive past every day and we don't pay attention to. And then if you go to Kennesaw, Georgia, they have the battlegrounds up there in Kennesaw, and there's an area where you have to drive through, and you will see this giant mountain right in front of you, but it's shaped just like a pyramid. So I always ask, I always ask everyone. I was like, "Is that a pyramid?" And they was like, "Yeah, we always say that." And one day I'm gonna go up there and just see. I just know it's a little ways from Kennesaw. It just looks like it's close. But the mounds, if you go up 75 and get off at exit, I think it's exit 225 or 215, and they have the national mounds. It's probably 30 miles off the exit, but you can go to the National Indian Cemetery, and they have a large mound out there as well that was there before the cemetery. Um, so that it's all kind of mounds that's all around here dealing with different tribes. It just depends on what side of the country you are.
So, brother, real rap is the houses. I was interested in the houses. Did they use these mounds to put their houses on, or was they? I mean, what was the purpose of the mounds?
Yeah,
Well, it
facts.
depends. Oh, go ahead, Chief. I'm sorry.
No. That's no, James. You can go ahead. Look, I've been talking a lot, but you can go ahead. It's fine.
Oh, well, it all depended on that group. So you can see that the Maya, it was spiritual for them to build on top of the previous pyramid or the previous structure. Donna Claus, they actually went into one pyramid, and then they end up going another 200 feet below and realized they was inside of another pyramid. And that's a study that's going on right now. And they pulling out pieces from down there. Um, it's spiritual for the Mayan culture. If you come up here, you'll see that some of the mounds that what we were taught was, they have the dead inside of them. I think most of the mounds are mostly structures, very large structures that we have to probably take a picture from a distance, or a aerial shot so you can really see what it is.
Wow, wow, wow! Indigenous warrior, do
I
you
was
are you?
just saying, I was just saying the other day when me and Real Rap were on the phone when he was actually up there close to one in Louisiana. I was asking him the next time, man, if he could get any closer to the ones that he was at because the level and the way it is, he was explaining how thick it is, and he was giving me a little backstory on him when he had came from LSU, explaining the miles. He had actually put it on the Instagram, man, when he did it. That what made me call him and ask him because nobody ever got close to one of them.
Well, brother Telepack, do you see him up there in Memphis?
Uh, yeah. Like going more so on the Delta side of Mississippi, man. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like Tunica, like
Tunica,
Highway
I definitely.
61 area, like
Yes,
going in toward back down toward Natchez, Mississippi.
yes.
On that side of Mississippi, you would catch some, man. Um, Coldwater, Mississippi, right up here going up 55. Coldwater, Mississippi, Como, Mississippi. I done seen a couple of, up in this area too, man. You know what I mean?
Ah, that's
So
sweet.
yeah, yeah, I've been checking some out too, up in this area, because
This,
I be if you look at it, man, how deep we are. The same, we built this thing the same way that you have the Nile River, how it flows. That's the same way the Mississippi River flows. You see what I'm saying?
Facts. I always
And the
told that.
same,
Facts.
right? In the same way that you got a pyramid, you got the Memphis, you got the pyramid sitting on the Mississippi River, and you have Cairo, Illinois, with Cairo, Egypt, and you got mounds all up through there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fucking replica. You feel me? Like twin pillars. You get the Mississippi River and the Nile River, twin pillars. You see what I'm saying? And it's all the same. You know what I mean? Like when they try to say that Africa is sacred, hell no. America is sacred. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Praise,
same thing, if not more, is in the Grand Canyon, all around the United States, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about indigenous, or when I say it, I'm talking about the whole goddamn world. You see what I'm saying?
right.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Because man, we spiritual first. Before before you physical, you spiritual. You a soul. You see what I'm saying?
H.
You a soul in a body. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yes,
just think about that.
yes, your body's a shell.
Right. Your body is the shell. Once you leave the shell, you still travel. You see what I'm saying? Into other worlds, into many worlds. This not the only world, man. This, like I said, I'm just rambling right now, but I'm gonna get back on subject, man. But yeah, man. Mississippi River, you know, Nile River, Memphis, Egypt, you know, Memphis, Tennessee. That's the same, bro.
Wow, man, it's also Sister Purple. You know anything about the miles? And shout out to Copper Color Ty. Go ahead. Do
Um,
you know anything in Virginia about the miles?
not really in Virginia, no. That's just hasn't been one of the things that I have covered yet. So no, I don't
Well,
on
brother
this
Real
subject.
Rap, I gotta ask brother Real Rap this. When you went up to Montana, because I think one of your trips was in Montana, or one time I seen you driving there. Did you see the difference of the miles up there, compared to the ones that you had in Louisiana?
Yeah, it's not as many in Montana, but the trip up, it was a bunch. It's a bunch of them. Like it's earthworks though. See, salute to my brother, Eagle Hawk Condor. That's what it's known as. Like you can call him a mound, you know, but it's known also as an earthwork because an earthwork, you know, a lot of times is a structure, you know, because it wasn't always see, and that's why an earthwork can be known as the term because a mound connotates, you know, exact. Well, excuse me, a mound denotes one type of structure, but earthwork could be many different structures, and it's got different forms of how they were built, and like what James was saying earlier, and what telepathic was saying as well. um Following up the interstates, following up the Mississippi River, following up certain paths, you'll find them, but you'll also find the similarities. Why? Because they're the same people.
Eagle
They're
Heart, Eagle Heart in the house. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, they're the same people, so that's why you're gonna see similarities. Now, to answer your question, like it was a little different. So like, I saw some huge. This is the thing. This is how you know, especially when you're in the middle of nowhere, West Texas area, Northwest Texas, going into like Amarillo, going into Oklahoma, coming out of Oklahoma on the 287, going into Colorado, going all the way up. You'll see multiple types of mounds. You'll see what's like I said, the roly poly, the what's known as conical mound. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll have these big ass structures. It'll be flat land, completely flat, and it'll just be this big, huge kind of rectangular shape. Partially destroyed, or it'll look like this huge rock monument or whatever. And that was made. Now you'll be able to tell the difference from like a mountain from a structure. You could tell, you could feel it. Like you'll just know. It resonates. You know what I'm saying? You can tell where the Earth's natural incline. You know what I'm saying? Like like we're not gonna get stupid. Well, or me, I'm not gonna come up without proof and say like we made mountain-sized structures because a mountain is huge. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with mile high mountains. I'm not gonna say that, but we did make magnificent structures, hundreds of feet high. Anywhere between 20 to 30 feet to 70 feet to hundreds of feet tall. As far as some of the base of our mounds and pyramids, 40 acres, 80, 90 acres, the base. That's how you can tell we got more advanced as time passed. We got more advanced, and the artwork and the monuments became more. They were always beautiful, but they became more advanced in the design as well. That's why today our pyramids are shitting on the pyramids in so-called Africa. They're shitting on them. Not just that, those pyramids are later. This is how you know we're the progenitors of everything. If your earthwork predates everything, every other earthwork or every other monolithic structure, how could you not say that our ancestors were first and passed on the knowledge to other subgroups of human? Because I
So
don't even believe I don't
trying
even
to
believe
call us Moors. They're trying to say that we were Moors. They're trying to link us to Moors, and I don't agree that we were Moors. I don't agree.
Well,
I don't have no link to that Moors part. Do you have any agreements with that?
nah. Like, well, look, this is the thing. Um, I don't agree with none of the Moors, none of the Pan Africans. You know what I'm saying? And some people try to have like a different connotation or a different denotation, excuse me, of what a Moor is. But check this: I don't rock with no doctrine, bruh. Like nothing. No matter how you ask the question, what form you ask it in, how many times you flip it. I don't rock with nothing but my ancestors, the originals. If it's not original, I don't rock with it. Anything that came from the original that sprouted from it, that's not directly associated with it, is secondary. And I don't care. Like it's like anything that's second, like for instance, like if you split, like what's something that's primary that you can't really mess with? Like if you have like an original, if people are into cars, right? Say they into like American like American muscle cars or whatever it is that you like into, whether you're a collector of whatever. The original, whether it's a basketball card, football, baseball, whatever, the original is always going to be more valued. Why? Because it's first of its kind. That's why in books, the first edition sells more than the second edition because it has more information too, and it's more detailed and it's deeper. The original, the older, anything that comes first, anything that comes after is going to share experiences. So the ones that had the experiences first are going to know the most. That's just how it goes. That's just logical thinking. Like you can't. Hold on, look, I'm gonna solidify my point. You can't tell your grandma nothing. What are you gonna tell your grandma?
Yeah, they wanted to. They call Africa the motherland, but what would you refer America Turtle Island as
The
the grand
great, the
as the
great,
great
great, great. Hold on, hold
the
on, hold
great
on.
great great
Great,
brother?
great, 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 great. Hold on, hold on, hold on. What time is it? Do we got enough time? 7:44. Great, 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 great,
That
I
dude
get
great,
your
great,
point.
stupid.
great,
I get
great,
your
great, great,
point.
great.
We get it.
but
We get it. Yes, this is
hey,
definitely the great grandmother of all. But we got
hey,
John Nate in the house. John Nate in the house. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Wilmore Reed, Eagle Hawk, and we have Copper. TY, they late in the show, but peace and blessings to you guys. Go ahead.
Let me, let me say
Individual.
let me say one more thing, and I'll give it to the panel. I'm gonna chill out. I'm about to go roll up another joint. Go
for
roll up
real,
that.
man.
Hey man, you gotta smoke with the ancestors when you build. You know what I'm saying? You gotta smoke one with the
Double
Hey, I'm
They,
rolling up too, brother.
yeah,
Y'all know
yeah, they want. You know what I'm saying?
Sharon, right?
They want to get
That's all
high
I got
too.
to say
You
about
know what
this.
I'm saying?
Sharon is
That's
But
why. Hey,
he's
shit.
only doing
It's a
he's
tribe
only doing
thing.
what
It's a
the
tribe
ancestors
thing.
he's only doing what the ancestors have done. Come on now, y'all seen the pipes, y'all seen the pictures of us. We have doing all we doing is repeating what the ancestors have been doing. A lot of our dancing, y'all saw me how I was getting with it on New Year's Eve. It's just in us, okay? It's just in us.
it's in the
So all you doing is
DNA.
repeating yourself. T
It's in
Tribes
the
in the house.
DNA.
Brian's in the house. T Tribes in the house. Wow, what a night.
Hey, but I wanted you to pull up color copper tide comment because that right there was true, man.
You talking about copper colored tie comment. This,
Yeah, right
this
underneath.
one?
Yeah, right there. That one the next. Yeah, brother. Check out what she
Oh
did
yeah.
right there.
One thing that trips me out about the Mayans, they say African homes of the first civilization, but Watson breaks Mayans in Louisiana portrayed as of the pyramids in Egypt by thousands of years. Yes, that is absolutely correct because that's what our brother Real Rap and I were rapping about the other day. We were showing the pictures of how the houses were on top of the mounds.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, facts. And the Watson break mounds they say it's older than the Poverty Point. And Poverty Point they give 3,500 to 5,000 years BC. So before so like they give so-called Kemet, so-called Egypt 2,500 years BC. So that's still 1,500 years more, you know what I'm saying, than what they did. You know how long that is? 1,500 years. Like that's
Mhm.
almost from now to allegedly when they say Christ walked the earth. That's 500 years off. So it's like that's a very long time, man. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
because
long
there's an
time.
archaeologist with a show that had found a mound. I forgot in what state he had found it in, but that one was old as hell. And what was crazy about it is that it was found by these white folks on their property. They kind of stumbled upon it one day.
And like I said earlier, when I started in the very beginning, that shit is older than 5, 6,000 years old. All the stuff that we're talking about, that's
Hmm.
their information. We always have to keep in mind that's their information. Like they couldn't break down the writings on the wall in Mexico without our ancestors in America. Our ancestors in America, it's not that they spoke Mayan or they spoke Chata or they spoke Ananawiya. You know, it's not that they spoke none of these languages. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they had different dialects of the same language, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't like speak like because we all come from the same, right? So yes, no, we didn't have this English shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that we spoke a version of the trade language, which is known as English, but English pulls from like 7, 8, 9, 10 different
Now
languages.
we have brother Telepack on here because he had
English
disagreed.
is a bastard language.
I'm glad brother Telepack is on here because that was one of the and me and brother Telepack probably 100% of the time we always agree. But he said this is our language. I think that was like 2 weeks ago, brother Telepack.
Uh, well, I disagree, but
Yeah.
I'll listen to him.
Uh,
Go ahead, brother
it's
Telepack.
just my like I say every time I say something, it's just my interpretation. It's just my thoughts. But I just think the only thing I go by on this, man, it just to me, man, my personal thing is if you claim to be the original, right? Correct.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, we listening.
So my thing would be, how could it not be your language then? If you the original and you created everything, you the creators of all. How the fuck the English language? How the fuck you didn't create the English language neither? Then
I'm glad. I'm
we
glad you
created
asked me that.
everything, and when I say we
I'm glad
created
you asked me.
everything, we created everything.
But we didn't
So,
create. Hold on.
huh?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, brother. Finish your wisdom. I'm sorry. I'm gonna interject when you done. Go ahead.
If we created everything, then we created everything. That's just my thing on it, man. You know, my perspective on it. If I'm claiming that, which I do, that I'm the original one, which I am, I created everything, and that means we are the creators of all. It's just what it is, and that's just my thinking on it. I'll let you interject, my brother.
All right, yeah, I'm sorry, I was checking the text message. All right, the part that I disagree on, I don't believe we created confusion. You know what I'm saying? And our original bylaws, I'm trying to grab it. I know it's Allah. I can never pronounce it, but it's basically like the Mayan. It's like in lack of words to paraphrase, it's like the Mayan code of ethics. Is what we live by. It was our ethos. I know somebody in the chat can type it up for me, but I know it starts with the Allah, and it's like a it's like a chant that we live by as well. You can chant it, and it's power in those words. But the point that I'm glad that you brought up is, in my opinion, we didn't create confusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the English language, there's two forms of words, which I'm gonna give you the definition right now, and that's why I was going through. I had to come off mute. So let me go back to Google and let me grab it right quick. You have what's known as connotative. And we're gonna get that definition right now. Definition, and then we have denotative. So let me set that up. Denotative definition. All right. We're gonna get the B hold on, we're gonna get the BS first. All right, we're gonna get the BS first.
Hey,
One
brother, one
second.
question.
Yeah.
Who? Okay, you said a dictionary, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
Who
just gonna get the
who
I was gonna get
who
the def.
created that then for you to, you know what I'm saying? Who created the dictionary to think of the words to for you to read what you finna read right now?
All right. Well, check this out. I'm gonna answer that too. Whenever you do etymology, right? Dictionary etymology. Whenever you do the study of words, the origin of words, all none of your words English are indigenous to what it would be. It's not. It doesn't. It's not indigenous. Um, Hold on. Let me see how I can say it because I need to say it in the right context. English has no original origin, basically. English it pulls from multiple origins. It doesn't come from a base, and a lot of it is really Latin. A lot of the principles of the English language come from Latin. But now I'm gonna answer your question in another way with the definition of what um of what a connotative word is. One second. It says connotative meaning. It's a noun. A noun, the associated or secondary meaning of a word or expression, in addition to its explicit or primary meaning. It's like a possible connotative. So look, so an example of a connotation would be, "Hey, bro, I'm going to the crib," or "Hey, bro, uh, meet me at the spot." I'm not talking about a spot on a paper or a dot. Both of those examples are examples metaphors for my home, my domicile. Our ancestors, I'm gonna show you some more information or proof. Our ancestors didn't have a written language in letter form. All our language were symbolic, were symbols. That's why English couldn't be our language. That's another part. But let me finish with the second definition. Let me get you denotative. Denotative, the literal or primary meaning of a word, in contrast to the feelings or ideas that a word suggests. So in law, anybody that has understanding in law or understanding of law knows that words in law are what? Denotative. When you're in the school system, you're getting connotative. That's why you can have an English word with not four, five, six, dozens, hundreds of different meanings. That's why when I say, when you go back to the Webster's, they give you the origin of how this shit was even created. But we don't create confusion. I'm not going to give credit to our people for that. And on top of that, our people didn't develop a letter system. We had we had words and all that. We had advancements and all that. But we didn't advance in the written letter. We didn't do that, fam. Or excuse me, I don't even want to call you fam, because that's another derogatory word that I'm trying to break the indoctrination on. So I say relatives, or I'll say another word that doesn't denotate servitude, slavery. But go ahead, brother. Any other questions?
Oh no, I had no more questions, my brother. Nice breakdown. Nice breakdown, my brother. I hear everything you were saying, my brother. But I just disagree with you, man. That's all it is.
I
It's
got
okay.
you, bro.
It's okay. We
I,
look.
but
We can't agree on everything. And I told you that when you disagree with me, I said one probably ninety
Facts,
percent of
bro.
the
Facts.
time we always agree. But if you got, I find it strange if we all agree on everything. Okay, that it just don't it don't mix. Human nature don't agree on everything. It's just not possible. Okay, but if you can get at least eight,
Can I say this? Can I say this real quick though?
go ahead.
But with the brother, I do agree with him on symbols because 504 tell you, because he followed me on Facebook, and Peanut Nolia tell you. You know what I'm saying? The language of the indigenous ones is symbology. I teach this every day on Facebook, and they'll tell you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just wanted to put that out there, man. But yeah, I totally agree with you on that.
let me say one more thing before I forget. Commerce, and then y'all gotta let me get to this 1871. We're gonna get to it. Let me write it down because I don't want to forget 1871. Y'all gotta let me get to that. But let me address a comment. Tony Furlow, the brother asked, let me ask you this, brother. What's the original language or our original writing? Where did that all come from? This is how you know that we didn't have English because when they went to make the Constitution, our Constitution is based off all our original constitutions. Whether you look at the Olmec, Mayan, Aztec, Inca, it doesn't matter. It's all from the same universal law. And I need somebody to look that up for me, man. It's Allah something. It's what we used to say. I'm about to find it. The Mayans said it a lot. We all said it. But basically, to answer to go further in, when they were trying to figure out, or when a linguist tries to figure out, when they were trying to figure out the Constitution, they had to hire a linguist. They had to hire who? Our ancestors to be able to, because we still had our last ancestors before they died off still had knowledge of the symbols, like what the brother said. Why? Because we shared a conglomerate. We were one huge network of people because we're all the same. So another way to answer that question, whatever your tribe was, is the language that it may be the dialect of language that you spoke, because I do believe we had little differences in dialect here and there. The same thing today is the same thing then. How we all grow up in different parts of the mansion, i.e., different parts of the country or region. We have our little idiosyncrasies, but basically the same thing. So back to my point with the not having English, they had to contact our older ancestors in the 1700s in order to help them write the Constitution into written word, written letter. If we already had English, there would be no need for translation. They would just get the direct translation from the English. There would be no need to decipher. Is my point. And on top of that, like I said, when you look up the information, you'll see you will never find anything in our history, our original indigenous history, with a letter. You're not going to find it. And whether it be numbers, constitution, history, anything, you're not going to find a letter. That's why I say English is not ours. We have symbols, and our symbols are so advanced. You know what I'm saying? Our science of how we did it is so advanced. We will put our swag on it. Like once you learn the fundamentals of anything, what do? You put your swag on it. You put your individual expression on it. I was learning how. Now I'm not proficient in it, but I was learning how to count ancient Mayan, ancient arithmetic. I was learning how to apply it, and I was learning the basic root of our vowel system. and we had a 20 point digit. We had a 20 point numbering system. It started with 20. Why? Because we created the what? The zero. You know what I'm saying? So I give credit to the positives. Now I do give credit to the negatives, but we didn't create bullshit, in my opinion. What it is our teachings got bastardized over time. It got watered down over time into the bullshit. That's how languages are developed. You have a root language, and then other dialects are developed off the root. That's why I tell you English wasn't ours. But
Well,
any other
I
question?
want to say this just to break in. For example, you guys got to understand. For those who where I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. So shit. I mean, I think we speak another language. I think once I grew up with a bunch of my fellas and don't realize what the hell I'm saying. We speak in a lot of different languages than just the English. It's bro. We do a little bit of everything. Broken French. We do a little bit of, where's all that coming naturally from? So you have to understand that certain cultures of people, when you look at the Geechees, people that live in South Carolina, they got a different way of talking. So I have to I have to. That's why I disagree with you, brother. Not because I thought you was wrong. It's because I feel that we have so much of different tribes who have different languages, who could speak different languages. Okay, we also could speak to the dead down there in New Orleans.
Hmm.
Where do I get all that from? Okay, why do my tongue talk like that?
Hey,
I
check this out.
did
Hey, check,
now. What you
All
talking
that. And
hey,
that's
check this
natural
out,
for us.
Peanut. Hey, check this out, Peanut. Right. So look, you said we speak different languages, right? Well, look in French. Look how you have that Cajun shit. Then you
Show
got
me
our
in the house.
then you got our Creole. Then you got a form of Haitian, or from Haiti that speak their Creole. Their Creole and our Creole, they say it's the same, but I think it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, bro, like, look,
But I'm
I'm
gonna
not,
tell you,
hold on, I'm gonna just say this and I'll give it to you, Falfo. If I gotta update my information because I was wrong prior to what I knew, I'm not against that. I tell people, one school of thought, you can't stay there forever. You have to update your information. You know what I'm saying? When it's available to be updated. Truth is truth, though. If it's the truth, it's going to be the truth today, 100 years, a million years, it's always going to be that. But I just wanted to say that, like, if I'm wrong on anything, I have no problems coming up here and saying I was wrong on this. I got edified on that,
Well,
and I have to
speaking
update.
of that, you and I talked about the Fleur de Lis, and that was a symbol of. I feel, in my opinion, I feel that the immigrants that came over we did trades with them, and our symbol got all across this universe. So, what do you think about that?
Oh, say that one more time. My bad. Say that one more
The
time.
Fleur de Lis. I believe that symbol, that flower was given in trade, and there's a lot of other countries around the world that has taken that symbol and used it upon themselves with themselves. But we do know that flower only grows in Louisiana, which is America. So what you
Okay.
say about
All right. Before I answer that, and let me say one more thing because it came to the forefront of my mind. I'm not going to take credit away from the so-called Black European. I ain't gonna lie, them motherfuckers brilliant, man. Like they are brilliant. I studied them for a very long time. They are brilliant people. I'm not gonna take away that they were able to develop cultures off of, you know what I'm saying, the original, off of, what our ancestors laid down. I'm not gonna take that away from them because they also built, great structures and they had their great civilizations as well. But the thing is, they're a dirty group of people because they're fucking competitive. And it's the thing, like how just like how we didn't have English, we didn't have we always had trade and commerce, which is gonna lead me into the Fleur de Lis, but we never had a monetary system. That's why I bring up the European. The European was brilliant. I give them that. The European was brilliant. But in their
not
brilliance,
not the Caucasus, not the Caucasus European. You're
nah,
talking
nah,
about
nah. I'm talking about
the
the melanated.
melanated
Yeah,
European. Okay,
yeah, the melanated. No, when I say European, I always refer to original term. The Caucasian is exactly what it is from the Caucasus Mountains. There's Serfs and Slavs. Slavs more specific. But when you look up a Slav, that's what they are. That's what their origin comes from. Is that? But them fucking Europeans are brilliant. I give it to them, bro. But in their brilliance, they were competitive. They fought just like us. We did too. I'm not gonna lie. Our ancestors did too, partially. But they fought over land, birthrights. You know what I'm saying? Over titles, over power, money. We didn't have a monetary system. Never did. Never had. Never have. We never had a monetary system. We had gold. We had jade. We had natural resources, but we didn't trade those for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, picture this. When you walk outside your house, you know what I'm saying? Fuck going to Walmart. All you gotta do is go to your pear tree and pick a pear. Your fig tree, pick a fig. Apples, oranges, grapevines. Your ancestors developed advanced agriculture. So same thing. When you have advanced agriculture, you know what I'm saying? What need is there to be in extreme competition like that when you have everything at your fingertips? Let's get into the fleur de lis. The fleur de lis was a sign, in my opinion, of trade. We established international trade. One of the things in trade that you do is you offer a gesture of peace. And you're only going to find the fleur de lis originally in Louisiana. It can only grow or was only found in Louisiana. I tell people, man, you know, America is one landmass, but Louisiana is a big piece of the puzzle.
That's correct.
And with the fleur de lis, you see that sign or that symbol once again, symbol all over the world. Why? Because our ancestors developed language through symbol. And the fleur de lis is a symbol for peace. The Olmec had it, the Mayan had it, Aztec had it, Inca had it. The fleur de lis is a symbol for ancient knowledge, peace, um, regeneration, known as the new harvest, because the fleur de lis is a flower. You know, I had to update my information. I still do believe it's a corn maze, but I also do believe it's a flower. You know, because I believe it has dual meaning. Because the maize is is uh is uh is a metaphor for knowledge. The food is metaphor for knowledge, like milk in ancient time was a metaphor for knowledge, enlightenment. What do? You drink milk to what? Allegedly become stronger. Allegedly makes your bones stronger. Allegedly. I don't drink.
Bullshit.
I don't exactly. That's why I said allegedly. I don't drink cow milk. That's pus and all kind of other bullshit that you don't know
Pus,
what you
blood,
are
and
consuming.
urine and feces. Pus, blood, urine, and feces.
There you go. So I don't drink milk. Any, you know, why would I drink from a? Now I understand we eat from animals. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got some smothered chicken in the refrigerator right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm questioning, you know, whether I should become, you know, pescatarian, which is fish and vegetables. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
that's where I'm going right now. Fish and vegetables, or seafood and vegetables. That's what I'm doing right now. But we're gonna close. I want you guys to like. We're
Oh
gonna
no,
close.
man, you can't close. No, you
I
can't
gotta
close.
drive 3 in the morning, y'all.
No, you can't close.
I gotta drive 3 in the morning, but I'm gonna let y'all have y'all long close. I got I
So
gotta
if
drive
I'm
if
three in
petty
the
for
morning.
that, Peanut. Talk about I'm gonna let y'all have y'all long clothes.
Shit. Y'all don't understand a truck driver's life. The only one who does is real rap. But anyway, this is what I don't know. James, are you a truck driver? As Telepack God, are you a truck driver?
No. I,
Nah, no, no.
I work in IT.
Shout out
We're
to
gonna
you, brothers, though.
we're gonna start off
Yeah.
with you, James. We're gonna start off with you. Tell us what give me something, man. Give the people something what they want to hear, and we're gonna do part two of this probably tomorrow. If y'all all up for it, we would love to get real rap and all you guys up here. And I want you, James. I still want you to do some demonstrations, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not
Okay.
a problem. I just
Good.
want to say, at the end of the day, we are the gods of the land. You know, it was written in the book about the Praja Paramita, which is the black woman. She was given a gift by God, and one day the black woman will get us all together, and we all will be at one. At some point, we need to do that though, so we can gain this higher knowledge. It's like we dancing around it, and at some point, we just need to just fold and just listen and let things lead the way. That's all I have. I appreciate it.
Shout out to you, Copper Color. That's the truck driver. Now, we're gonna go on to brother Telepack.
Oh yeah. Peace to the family. I enjoyed the bill, man. Just like the brother just said, got to put the black woman back on the throne. You know what I mean? The divine feminine, the divine feminine. Her time is now. The most high is she. I'm here to tell you. We could build on that some other time though. But peace to my tribe, man. Well love to my tribe.
I
Thank
want
you,
you to,
Peanut. Know
brother
you.
Telepack. No, before you go, and you got some stuff that I want you to bring on to the I'm trying to make this better than ever, okay? And the stuff that you bringing on Facebook, I want you to show people some of the images and some of the stuff that we would love to learn apart with the tribes, okay? So I would love for you to come on and demonstrate some of the stuff that you be teaching on Facebook.
Oh, no problem, brother. Like I said, I call myself the indigenous occultist because I like to go deep, to the unseen, what I
Yeah,
mean,
different
that
planets.
unseen,
Yeah, you're
that
talking.
unseen knowledge that we got to tap into. That's a part of us as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more than happy, man, to bring that to the platform, to the tribe,
Oh,
whenever
we
you want me to, man.
I'm telling you, it might be tomorrow because I'm thinking about going on back to back, and I'm gonna put brother Real Rap in some more work. Okay, we're gonna go with Sister Purple.
Well, thank you for having me as always. Please, please learn your history because, like I was stating earlier, the genealogy is the proof that you need. These people are taking our identities. They will literally take your whole family tree, and all of a sudden you go from being melanated to lily white. This is how the $5 Indians pull their scam on people. So just really research things for yourself and learn how to speak in code because they're constantly using code against you. Telepathic can tell you just like I can tell you. When you understand the occult meanings of things, the world opens up in a whole different way to you.
Facts, facts.
Last but not least, this brother Real Rap. If you have not subscribed, you better subscribe. The brother is passionate. If you thought I was passionate, go check his channel out. He's a firecracker. He's all about his people. So you can't get mad. Ain't who gonna get mad with a brother who fight for his people? Okay. So go ahead on, brother Real Rap.
All right, so y'all was gonna let me forget to go in on the Act of 1871. I've been telling y'all all night to remind me. Y'all was gonna let me forget. We was gonna get out of here, and we wasn't gonna touch on the secondary Congress that they live under, which is their primary. We live
Hey,
under
don't
this.
forget that.
We live under what's called, servitude, being i.e. a debt slave. Now, look, salute to the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't call them queens because to be called queen, that European term is a derogatory term. But
Chief,
you're not gonna, yeah, chief, this, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find this on regular etymology. You want to get into one of those advanced books with the older definitions because that's what they do. They change some generations a word means this, other generations a word means that. They create confusion. Why? To throw you off. Why? Because it's connotative wording. I'm going to dig that.
Go ahead, brother.
They're not denotated. I'm going I'm gonna push that hard. But let's get the information right quick. So let's pull it. The Act of 1871. It says, since the Act of 1871, which established the District of Columbia, we have been living under the United States Corporation, all caps, all capitalized, which is owned by certain international bankers and aristocracy of Europe and Britain. That's why I say I don't rock with that Europeanistic shit at all. And you're going to see why. In 1871, the Congress changed the name of the original Constitution by changing one word. And that was very significant, as you will read. Some people do not understand that one word or two words difference in any legal, quote unquote, legal, end quote, document do make the critical difference. But Congress has known and does know this. Now, 1871,
Okay. I hope YouTube is not trying to stop you. We waiting on you to finish, brother.
what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Now you went out. I think YouTube tried to blank you out for a couple of seconds. Do it again.
All right, check, check. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
All right, I'll just read it over. That's not like I didn't really say nothing.
go for it.
I'll read it over. All right, just let me know at any time, and I'll just go back. So what I
Go
was
for it.
saying is, I'll read it again. It says, since the Act of 1871, which established the District of Columbia, we have been living under the United States Corporation, which is in all caps, which is owned by certain international bankers and aristocracy of Europe and Britain. What I said was, this is why I don't rock with anything that comes out of Europe. Anything. In 1871, Congress changed the name of the original Constitution by changing one word. And who gave you the original Constitution? They're credited as the Iroquois, but our Constitution comes from ancient times. By changing one word, and that was very significant, as you will read. Some people do not understand that one word or two words difference in any quote unquote legal end quote document do make the critical.
I see what they're doing. I know you guys are watching this. They are blanking his conversation out. Wow.
Mm,
Wow. Could you continue right there where you just stopped?
I was saying in 1871, Congress changed the name of the original Constitution by changing one word, and that was very significant, as you will read. Some people do not understand that one word or two words difference in any quote unquote legal document do make the critical difference. But Congress is known and does know this. 1871, February 21st, we're coming up on the anniversary. Congress passes an act to provide a government for the District of Columbia, also known as the Act of 1871. With no constitutional authority to do so, Congress creates a separate form of government for the District of Columbia, a 10-mile square parcel of land. See Acts of the 41st Congress, Section 34, Section 3, Chapter 61 and 62. So it's giving you a reference of where you can find.
All right, they stopped him again. He's gonna have to drop the link for what he's reading. As y'all can see, YouTube has stopped it again. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. When we're speaking knowledge and we're speaking the truth, they are stopping our message. I mean, can't you see this? I know you guys are paying attention. I'm listening to this brother. He done did it like 3 or 4 times, and look what happened. Okay, this is what's going on. So he's gonna drop the link in a chat for you guys to go in. Are you able to hear me real rap?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, well they're gonna as you can see, they have stopped you like multiple times. This is what happens when you are throwing the real knowledge. Um, I literally saw them stop you every time you try to go through the whole thing. You having this whole clear conversation with me. As soon as you start reading out that book, they start cutting you off.
Hey, look, I just want to give a big middle finger to the uh the bullshit pale face Slavs of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big middle finger to you and your ancestors and the seed to come. You know what I'm saying? If I had my way, I would stump your babies. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know, I would throw your babies in infested crocodile alligator water. You know what I'm saying? And if they were dying of thirst, I would urinate in a bottle and hand it to them. That's how I feel about you and your people. You nasty KB saying shit. Ever since you came out the motherfucking caves, you ain't been shit but a nuisance. You ain't been
Oh
shit
my
but a nuisance, a pain in my ass, a pain in my ancestors' ass. You know what I'm
god!
saying? I can't stand you white pale face bastards. The sun hates you. I
I'm
hate
gonna,
you. My
I'm
people
gonna make
hate you.
sure when I go monetize, I'm gonna make sure that we have a conversation before we go before I get you to. I'm already clear to go monetize. That's why I have not gone monetize yet, because you guys are a trip, man. But I want to tell you guys, please subscribe to this brother channel. This channel is on fire. He talks about boxing, and he also talk about Aborigine people, and he also is one. He also also a co-host with my other co-host on this channel. Okay, so these brothers be rocking it, okay? So also indigenous warrior, please subscribe to that brother channel because he's always keeping this channel down. Any last words you want to say? We got Freedom More. Freedom More, you late, girl. You're late. Um, anything you want to say before I close this thing out?
You pale face KBs. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't never gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
y'all can't stop this knowledge. Y'all can't stop us from building. Y'all can't stop this truth. You know what I'm saying?
that's
Uh,
right.
everything y'all did, y'all copied. We are the original. We are the creators of science, arithmetic, math. You know what I'm saying? The ancient structures, um, ancient language, everything. uh we are the progenitors of, and there's nothing that you can do to stop. And I'm gonna say this too. If anything ever happened to rural rap, jokes aside, you know what I'm saying? I was not suicidal. You know, I was not contemplating hurting myself in any manner. So if anything ever happens to rural rap, just know, you know what I'm saying? Uh I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But hey, they try to take your boy out, you know what I'm saying? A few of them gonna come with me. So I'm gonna just put that out there. I ain't trying to create that type of energy, but I'm just saying for the relatives out there, for the kinfolk, man. Um, don't let these people tell you who you are.
That's right.
Don't let don't let these people tell you or give you a narrative of what to believe and how this actually went down. You have no friends but kinfolk, and how they say all skinfolk ain't kinfolk either.
All
So you got
skin
to
folks are not kin folks.
you got to go to war against some of your own over this truth. You know what I'm saying? You know, so with that being said, man, peace and love, respect and love, you know what I'm saying, to my copper colored, you know what I'm saying, to my indigene, my aborigine indigenous, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave y'all with one more definition. I'm gonna give you the definition of what an actual American is according to Webster's 1828 dictionary. It says an American. Now they say a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. So they tell you exactly what it is, how it is, and what it was. We have always been here. We're gonna be here, and we ain't going nowhere. If you one of them niggas that love Africa, take your ass back to
That's
where you
right.
think you
That's right.
come from.
That's right.
Take your so-called black ass
Go
back.
back to Zamunda. Go back to Zamunda.
Go back to Wakanda, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Which actually Wakanda is actually in Wisconsin. If you niggas didn't know, you could find a town with the name Wakanda right here. But take your ass back, nigga. Start a coalition. You know what I'm saying? Start start a Facebook group in Africa and take your ass back and don't come back. Start a Facebook group and don't come back. Make it private. We don't want your so-called black ass over here because you a problem and a nuisance, and all you do is cause confusion. And you
That's right.
Europeans, you niggas that think you European, y'all can take y'all black asses back to Europe too. Take y'all Mr. Randy Watson looking asses back to Africa and Europe. Take y'all black asses back. You know what I'm saying? And on the way, take some of them KBs with you, cause y'all brought them here. Ain't shit. You ain't shit niggas. You you niggas you, you niggas you damn mama said you wasn't shit and you ain't never amounted to shit. You know what I'm saying? Your mama said you wasn't shit because your daddy wasn't shit. That's the problem. You niggas don't know who your daddy is. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. You niggas got daddy issues. You niggas need a daddy. They need a daddy, Peanut. But look, ain't no street daddy over here, you heard me? I can't be no street daddy. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? I can't be no street daddy. So to that rat ass nigga, top rats, you know what I'm saying? Top rats out here need a daddy. And his little compadre, you know what I'm saying? We call him we fuck Bussy. Bussy Bandit. That's what we call that nigga, the Bussy Bandit. Bussy, Bussy Bandit and Top Rats. They both need a daddy out here. They need a street daddy. Them niggas wasn't taught right. They really need a mama for real, like how the brother said. But you know, since I wouldn't claim that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I wouldn't claim that.
That's
Rats and salute to my sister from the Chicago area, Freedom Moore. You know, I appreciate you showing love, supporting. I see you, love. You know, I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: it's not an ego contest with me, man. I don't care about knowing the most. I want the most potent knowledge, the truth. I don't care about quality. I want quantity, and that's the type of people I want around me. I want people that's loyal, that's really for their people. I don't want people that's out here trying to create a cult of personality so they could be the next Tariq Nasheed. Because the last time I checked, Tariq Nasheed still ain't came out and denounced none of that hidden colors 1, 2, 3, or 4 when he was saying that we was from Africa. Tariq could take his black ass to Africa too, as far as I'm concerned, with his faggot ass. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But yeah, man, all rats must die, including Master Splinter. I don't have no love for no rat.
and that was the rant from Chief Real Rap. And as I close, and I want to tell you guys this. I am very, very humble and thankful that you guys have subscribed to my channel. You are the people that make my channel what it is. And I want to let you guys know that I welcome all my Aborigine people. And I always, always, always want to hear your voice. I want you guys to understand that life is short out here today. You ain't got time ain't waiting on none of us. Time ain't waiting on none of us. You're here today, you're gone tomorrow. Don't let them people vaccinate you. Don't let nobody vaccinate your kids. Time is not waiting for you. And I can't keep beating down your head telling you who you are. You got to do the research. You got to do the research. I can't, do the work for you. Brother Real Rap, Chief Real Rap can't do the work for you. Indigenous 504, none of these brothers can do the work for you. But what I'm going to tell y'all is this. All glory goes to the Most High, the highest energy. The highest energy. So until tomorrow, I'll let you guys know if we'll be coming back on. We'll be back at it again. You heard me? We'll be back at it again. So I'll let you know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day. But I'll be ready. Right now, I am exhausted. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
Chief Real Rap.
hey, before we leave, look, I don't have the link to my Instagram, but it's real simple. It's just Real Rap, no spaces, no nothing. Real Rap 337. I'm gonna put it in the chat. It's just Real Rap 337. So some of y'all follow, you know what I'm saying, but I don't do the email, you know what I'm saying. I'm real good with my Instagram. So, I wanna follow more people to be able to get more information, to be able to get more of the word out, you know what I'm saying, of what we're doing, what we're trying to build. So to Chief Tula, Cherokee Tula. I definitely want to build, sis. Like, I know I follow you on Instagram and everybody else. Definitely peace and love, man. Respect and love and honor. You know what I'm saying? Honor amongst the nation. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got going on, you know what I'm saying, is between me and that individual. But I'm on you. You know.
It looked like they didn't block him a couple of seconds. But peace and blessings to you guys, our family. We out of here.